All right, here we go. That's what I've been waiting for. Get that shit set up. So much to do every time. Turn on the game. Now let's go. All right, everybody, it's your boy Hardcore, and we're back. It took a lot of doing today because I had some stuff I needed to set up. I had to go do a few things, but I made sure I wanted to get this going on. All right, we are ready. We're ready for some summer events. Let's see what the chat's got to say. Good song. Yep, it's the Ridge Racer Type 4 soundtrack. It's like really, really good. I love it so much. How you doing there, Jermaine? Just chilling out, getting ready to have ourselves a nice, fun time here in Action Taimanin tonight. We're going to go over the rerun event because there's some stuff I want to talk about that, and there's also, we got to do some event weekly missions. We've got a lot to cover today because I haven't done any of them yet. How you doing there, Masher? We've got a lot ahead of us. Oh, we have Black Lagoon and Taimanin together. That's right. I was in Belladie's stream this morning, and I was like, yes, that's an exciting development for sure. It's like I am very surprised that they have that in there, and I'm like, wow, what a fucking combination. Am I right? That is so great. First, though, I need to go to the bathroom because I was gonna go do that before I got in here. Throw this out too. It's gonna stink. Alright. Where's my other one? I thought I had a second one of these. Oh, I've been covering up the entire time. There we go. Let's take a look at Miss Kiara over here because we've got some brand new swimsuits and outfits to take a look at. Most importantly, we have Sakura's. It's been almost 3 years the game has been out now, and she finally gets one. Yukikaze and Asagi got theirs all the time again, and it's like now that we have Sakura gets hers. It took way too long, but it is so worth it. Sakura looks fantastic. And of course, Jermaine got it exactly right there with Miss Kiara looking thicker than a Snicker. More than anything else. Like, look at this. She's absolutely enormous. So let's take a look at this. We have Glowing Pearl. It's like from the front it looks nice. It's nice and fine. There's even some like nipple action right there. If you can zoom in on that. Here, we'll zoom in on it for sure. I gotta use the controller on it because it's really hard to zoom in with the keyboard. Look at that. Look at that. They got nipple action right there. Isn't that great? But the best part is they made sure Sakura got the whole ass going on right here. It's like, Jesus Christ, she is curvy, she is meaty. Like, look at this, look at this. She is like, she's got more curves than Formula 1 out here. Looking good, Sakura, looking good. We'll be using her today for sure. I didn't have enough gems to get kurenais, but frankly, kurenai came out of this one like the with the least amount of benefits. Kiara out here, she still got, you know, like she don't got the dump truck that that's the wrong direction. She don't got the dump truck that RPGX has, but hey, we're getting RPGX in English probably sometime later this year or next year. So it's we'll get full-fledged, full ballistics Kiara in due time. Yeah. Oh my god, this camera is like so weird because like I press the button and I move the mouse and I'm able to like change the zoom level easier. So it's like, what is this? But yeah, she's looking meaty. Look at that. Oh no, Kiara, are they fake? Because the real ones don't jiggle so stiffly like that. Come on now. Alright. Kurenai has hers. Let's take a look at that. But I do have Kurenai's special outfit though. I mean, I have it mostly because it gives Kurenai a haircut. That's what I really wanted out of it for the most part. We need to go to costumes. Let's take a look at her costume. It comes in 3 stunning colors. My favorite color is this one because it actually accentuates her hair a lot more. It accentuates her face. This one where she looks like, you know, Kasern from Kasern Sins. It's like, that's like a deep cut reference if I ever saw one, because I think Kasern Sins was like a niche anime, if I'm what I remember. Oh yeah, Miss Kurenai over here, just tearing up the runway. Like I press the direction buttons on my D-pad and then I move the mouse around and it does the same exact thing. I'm like, I don't understand, but it works out for me. I mean, I also had Divine Armor since it got released on originally, so it's not too bad of a situation. Like literally like minutes before this stream started, I just had enough gems to get Sakura's. So it's like I just had enough to get Sakura's outfit. I didn't have enough time for Kurenai's. Because I did like a 10 pull on Sora's banner to see if I would get anything, and I didn't. I'm not going to try again, though. I'm not going to try again anytime soon, that is. That's like way too expensive. Kasern Sins is like really depressing. I haven't seen the entire series, but when it would like air on Toonami, it's like the most saddest shit ever. I thought I was watching some like sort of seinen series. I'm like, what is this? This is so weird. Like he's sitting around there with his dog and walking around. It's like anime I Am Legend. I'm like, okay. Is that I Am Legend where he's got the dog, or is that Book of Eli? I'm not sure. But oh yeah, we didn't look at Kurenai's new swimmy. We got right here. I'm very amazed that they actually gave her short haircut to like another outfit. You no longer have to pay $35 for her to get a haircut. And frankly, this is like the weakest out of all the entire roster of new swimsuits that came out. It's not that good. Though I do like the little hair accessory. You can give her both hairstyles. See, it's that easy. It's that easy, Gremory. Why can't I have both on other styles? Why do I need to get the cheat engine table to actually change their hairstyles or change their color on their clothes for free? But either way, we've got some events to do. I did a little farming beforehand so I could do the other stuff to get through it, because there is a lot to do for this event. Since I have already... It has been exactly like 1 year since this event came out, and so much has happened in my entire life since then. So it's a really nice catharsis to actually come back, destroy the entire event, and then also for the first time actually read it. Because I may have been playing this game since like day one, but I don't read these things. I'm like a regular old politician at this point. It's like I've been in service for so long, yet I don't read anything. Alright, now I need to go put on some supporters for Sakura, because these are demon and humans, so I'll just have, I'd say, let's get some power hitters. Now I want the spin, because the spin is like a lot faster. So we'll get this. Hiragi Fuyumi, Mikigami Haru, and we need a third. We need a third friend over here. So we'll just have, we'll just put Kamaki Suzune because they keep getting copies of her. She'll just be our stat stick. And perfect. Even though it was depressing, though, it was your introduction to Tatsunoko shows, including the Tatsunoko versus Capcom fighting game. That's pretty... I did not know that was actually part of like a whole big universe sort of thing. I know Tatsunoko versus Capcom that came out in the United States, but it's like I guess that was a big thing. It's a bigger thing over there because I hadn't heard a thing about it here until that game came out. Hurricane Polymar. So I guess it's pretty cool. I don't know. This is like when people ask me tell me about Gundam stuff. Like, I have no idea what, like, a Xeon F-38 is. But it's like, yeah, man, congratulations on completing your kit or something. Or whatever happened in the story. I have to do something else now. Alright. Let's get this event started, though. Because I did not give coverage to it the first time around. Start off strong. Barely any people would recognize Kengoku Senkin. If that outfit for Kurenai was like a Kengoku Senkin reference, it flew over my head because that's not like the male's uniforms. It's especially not the female uniform. It just looks more like a Tatsunoko sort of thing, or just specifically Kasern, because that's the first thing that comes to mind for me. Alright, let's begin. We're on a resort within UFS jurisdiction. This is a place that's a popular holiday getaway. Wow, that's very bad right there. This place is a popular holiday getaway during the holiday season where tourists visit every year. That's a little redundant, okay. But not this year. Oh no, it's Yukikaze. Whoa, I was prepared, but this is complete pandemonium. I don't know, this is complete pandemonium. I didn't think there would be this many demons. Fuma and the others were surveying their mission location, which was a bit away from the coast. Asuka and Lydia from the DSO had requested their help. There were lots of them demons among them humans. Not as many in Yomahara, but it's like we're in the demon realm or something. But they're all on the beach. And there's a lot more demons running the shops than there are tourists here. Something smells nice. Noah was sniffing something that came from far away. Come to think of it, it smells delicious, like someone was frying some soy sauce. Maybe it's from one of these shops or a restaurant in the House of the Sea. As long as it's legal, there's nothing more to say about it. I'm probably not going to do the voices, though, because I have a jaw problem right now, and I really don't want to strain myself too much. But the fact that you contracted us means that something illegal is going on. Yes, these demons are ignoring human laws and running businesses however they like. Selling faulty products and ripping tourists off. There are plenty of filed complaints from the police. Asuka, they are doing the same things that people like regular human businesses would do. It makes sense. Like, they're selling the same shitty tourist trap items that they would be doing here. So it's like, just because they're demons means you're going to report them. It's like, okay, that's a little bit racist right there. But hey, you can turn anything racist if you think hard enough. But I guess it's difficult for the local police to arrest demons, right? There's no doubt about this place will become a place of mayhem and madness if it's left alone. So all we need to do is help you keep a watchful eye on them? Oh, you catch on pretty quick. I want it settled before the military moves in. Yeah, I have the jaw thing was really preventing me from streaming today, earlier at least, because it was I'm not having lockjaw situation, but the muscles in there is so swollen and sore. During the beginning of my day, it was so painful to speak and even eat. It's getting a lot better now, but I've been nursing that for the last 2 days. It's only just now come down in the last 3 hours. If word gets out, taking care of this will be more difficult for sure. So what is it exactly that we have to do? I'd rather not have to use brute force and talk it out instead if possible. Oh, Rinko, you're so diplomatic. If they just comply with words, then that would be great, but if not, we'll have to order them to shut their businesses down. Shut down their businesses? You think they'll accept that? The worst case scenario is we'll have to use force. Yes, if that does become the case, then I don't hesitate to use force. I leave you responsible for whatever happens after. I'm counting on you. Thank you for being morally ambiguous about the whole situation, Lydia. Like, you want us to, like, be diplomatic, but you also don't mind us to use force. I think you're kind of pushing us into a direction where we have to use force, don't we? Oh, let's go. I'm so hungry. Looks like Noah's getting impatient because she's hungry. She's been glancing in the direction of the shop ever since. We're not here on a holiday. That's right, Rinko. It's fine. We can finish the mission quickly and you can enjoy your holiday. Yeah, this is a holiday destination after all. Are you in, Fuma? I guess. We're really busy lately, so I want to take some days off. Oh, now you say what's on your mind. Let's get started then. I think this is not a good idea for us to all go around together like this. They gotta split up, cover more ground. We should move as a two-man cell. This place is infested with demons, so we need to be cautious at all times. And so we split ourselves as two-man teams. By doing a random pick, of course, this was Asuka's idea. Diligent Rinko, of course, disagreed with the results, but everyone else was going into holiday mode. She went with the majority. The other pairs were Asuka and Noah, Yukikaze and Rinko, and I'm not worried about them because they work together often. Oh, just how often there, Fuma? I can't stop worrying about them, though. An individual dispatch from the UFS DSO. Lydia Beretta. Technically, she's my subordinate, but she's still a guest. So I can't deny the fact that I have to be attentive. Apologies for the confusion. Oh no, it's fine. I like the cheerful mood of the force, Mr. Fuma. I'm slightly relieved as she smiles gracefully. Thank you. I was worried you'd feel uncomfortable with this easygoing atmosphere of the team, and I was feeling extremely sorry. I won't say I wasn't surprised, but I have heard a lot of things about the way you lead your team. I wish those things were all positive stuff, but as you can see, there are a lot of stubborn people. I've heard that they're unique, but they use that to their advantage. I'd like to learn a bit from you too as well. Please, this is a lot of pressure. I mean, by the way, if I had something that I'd like to ask you though. What's that? I think you were doing something with the machine. Oh, that I happened to catch her secretly typing something on a small comms device-like thing. I didn't continue questioning her because there was no need to do that in front of everyone else, but I guess it was best to break the ice. If it's something confidential like military intel, then you don't have to tell me. It's my limiter. Your limiter? I'm aware that you know that my ninja art is magnetism. Yes, that's what I read in the documents. Lydia is an employee of the DSO, who is a Taimanin who uses ninja art specifically born between her mother, who is a Taimanin, and her father was a UFS. It was said that you're able to use that powerful magnet art, allowing you to handle even the heaviest metals with ease, like making it float in the air. Well, like Eustace Kid. That's a One Piece reference for you fans out there. Yes, that's true. I'm proud to say that it was a top-class ninja art out of the same types. However, it's difficult to stabilize and electromagnetic waves emitted while using it make machines nearby short circuit. Lydia blushes, specifically embarrassed, and shows me the little device. This is the limiter she's talking about. Lorentz Force, Jack. Nature's Force. Is that how the line goes? I think that is. It's the one that Monsoon says when he throws the disc at you, when he talks about, like, left-hand rule. Lorentz Force, Jack. It's like magnetism. Nature's Force. I guess it's something that helps. It's something similar to Yukikaze's lightning shooters that help stabilize her ninja art. But this device is also a prototype, so there's no guarantee my ninja art won't go on a rampage. Considering the damage my ninja arts will do to your comms device, I'd like to refrain from using my ninja art as much as possible. Alright, but please don't hesitate when we really need your help. Okay, I'm confident with my combat even without my ninja art, so I won't be an easy target to demons. We'll see about that, Lydia. She smiles confidently. Her movements are like an experienced soldier. A low-ranked demon will be a piece of cake for her. We chat with each other and head towards a crowded area, since there's always trouble in crowded areas. Ooh, look at that, we're riot control. When we arrived at the plaza, there were several stores open. The main street doesn't seem to have any problems. There's something going on over there. The stage over there seems to be what all the noise is about. Lydia was pointing to a stage that buskers uses to sing. What is a busker? That is a brand new word I've never heard of. Busker. Okay. You meanies, spinning cyclone kick? Oh my god, ah! A girl on the stage was swinging her blade feet, creating a huge spark and sounds. At the same time, men wearing skin-tight bodysuits were thrown back and fell to the floor. Knock him out! Push him out! Kill them all! Don't go easy on him, knock him out until you drop. Is that a hero show? It seems so, but it's a little different from the ones I know, especially. There were barely any children in the demon-infested holiday spot, which is why it's only adults cheering on this hero show. Plus, they're booing more than they're cheering. The show ended without any problems, and the violent crowd dispersed. The crowd was a bit violent, but it didn't seem like there was a problem. Yes, let's continue looking around, shall we? We were walking around looking for any trouble. Oh, no way! This doesn't make any sense! An angry voice from behind the stage. It was the voice of the hero from before. Mr. Fuma, let's check it out. We kept a low profile so as not to get caught behind the hero and peeked behind the stage. What are you talking about? You can't pay me. Oh, this fella right here. I've seen you. This is going to be great. You know how bad business is lately. We're barely surviving too. Still, I only did this because of the pay. It looks like the actress and her employer were in an argument over an overdue payment issue. The manager, who seemed to be a demon, was very large in size, at least twice the size of the girl, but the girl wouldn't back down. Uh-oh, she's going to need some correction. I can't do anything about it. You've become the hero you've always wanted. You've got yourself a good memory at least, right? Yeah, it was fun. Everyone cheered and I was so glad, but this is a different matter. I'm going to starve out here if I don't get paid. Oh well, fine. This is your last chance. I promise to pay you twice the amount of the original payment if you agree to do the next show. Oh, the classic. I'll pay you, what is it? I'll pay you 2 burgers tomorrow for 1 today. It's one of those. Cause that's like a Popeye thing, I think, or something like that. For real? Something's fishy though. Ah, but the hero show will be your last. It's great in the beginning because of your enthusiasm, but it's just not good money. The next show will be a strip show. Let's show some skin, baby. Strip show? I can't do that. Then I can't pay you anything. Oh well. This is nonsense. Oh boy, we're already starting off strong. We're extorting people. Looks like we have a problem. We have some work to do now. Let's go. We sure do. I have a few questions. Who are you? I've been listening to your conversation. It seems like you're trying to avoid paying her. Exactly. Do something, please. Stay out of this, lady. You ain't got nothing to do with this. Actually, we do. Lydia takes a piece of paper from her pocket, a search warrant issued by the UFS. She must have decided on her own accord to close down the business among the other things, and got the permission to notify the shop as well. That seems kind of ridiculous. She actually has a warrant already right there. She must have like a copy machine up her ass or something, because like she just has those things ready. Oh, I see. You're just a messenger sent from the guys up top, eh? Yes, that's right. Pay what you promised this girl right now. If you refuse them, I have no choice but to close your business down. Then I guess there's no point arguing about this here. Fine. Here, missy. I'll pay you. Really? Yay! Also, about this show, it goes against public order and decency, so I can't allow it. I get it, I know. I will do a regular inspection, as opposed to an irregular inspection. Oh, what a nuisance. As if that demon, that orc guy right there, didn't have to pay protection money to other high-ranking demons. Now he has the government breathing down his neck. He's got 2 mobs after him. Oh, thank you so much. If it weren't for you guys, I don't know what might have happened. Well, I'm glad that we were able to help. I won't forget what you've done for me. I'll repay you somehow. No need to be so dramatic, alright? It's okay. A hero never forgets their debts. I'm Yuna. Call me whenever there's trouble. The girl introduced herself as Yuna, waves her hand, and takes her leave. We didn't even exchange contacts. How on earth am I supposed to contact her? Mr. Fuma, the roads over here are quite noisy. It's getting busy. Let's move over. Hey, if you go with me, baby, you'll have so much fun. Just for a bit. Now, come on over here with me. I'm sorry, but I'm working, okay? I've got no time to play with you lot. Huh. Again. Failed to try all types of yakisoba. I bit my fucking tongue. Ah. Ow. Hey there, little girl. I'll get you all the yakisoba you want. Really? Oh, this is so hard to refuse. Hey lady, why don't you have some fun together? You know, you don't get to come to a resort like this often, so come on, let's enjoy. Wait, what are you thinking? Your hunger is your only weakness, for Christ's sake. Come on, Noah. Looks like Asuka and Noah are having a very fun time being targeted by pervy pickup artists. The man is so hell-bent on having fun with the two that he doesn't give up. He's a pro. No, he's an idiot. A pro? What do you mean? There are reports of female tourists going missing after being abducted. When they're found, they were heavily drugged and found working in brothels. That's abduction. When I approach Asuka and Noah while mumbling to myself, I looked at her. She then waves happily at me. Hi, honey. How you doing? Huh? Darling? I guess she's pretending that I'm her boyfriend to get rid of the annoying man. I decide to play along. Oh, sorry for making you wait, hun. Do you know how long I waited? I'm going to make you pay for everything today. You got that? If you are, I need to join you. Oh, you're that guy? Are these girls both yours? This pickup artist sighs and leaves, but Lydia comes around and says, excuse me, I have a few questions. Hey, you want to have fun with me instead? Well, come on over here. Yeah, how about some tea? I'm interested in the recent disappearances in the coast around here. Wow, that's a good one there, Lydia. How about some tea? Lydia begins to ask questions to this man. Oh shit, the cops! He tried to run, but Lydia held his wrist so tight that he couldn't escape. I'm not from the police, but looks like you have something to tell me since you tried to run. Oh crap, you guys, you gotta give me a hand. Get me out of here! The man yells and escapes free of Lydia's grasp. Hearing the man's screams, a group of powerful-looking demons gathers. It seems like they're the man's friends. I hope not. I think you just found the culprits of that case you were looking into. I'll take him in. Mr. Fuma, I trust your judgment. Oh, don't worry. I wish I had Sakura's summer weapons. Those are really fun. It's like the best part about like when you do all the... You have to do... The story events are only on easy, so every time you do them, it's like you end up bowling all the enemies over, so it's like... Really, it's a nice, I guess, thematic moment for the event. Because it's like, you know, these girls are impossibly more powerful than these grunts could ever imagine. So it's, them getting folded like an origami project is perfect. Look at this guy. That also shows that Nether Dive is active from frame 1. So like the moment that the whole animation starts, that means it does the first hit of damage to whoever's there. So that's good to know. See, now I have like hard evidence of that happening. Whew, does that solve the case then, guys? Yes, I have solid clues on the disappearance. Really? Is that an actual contraction? I've never seen that. This place is way more dangerous than I thought. Yes, after the demons flocked in, this place has become a stage for all sorts of crimes. It's a shame, really. All they have to do is stick to the rules. Hey, did you find the food stall over there? I'm not gonna lie, I'm hungry after all that moving around and investigating. Shall we take a short break, as opposed to a long one where we enjoy ourselves? And we go to the shop. I see Astaroth's Demonic Lava Grill, it says. Astaroth? Astaroth reads the text on a flag. The place is filled with delicious, or more like burnt stuff. Looks like this place grills things like a seafood on a skewer using that an inferno demon created. It doesn't smell nice, actually. There's no inferno demon in the first place. There's an orca oni that's working the grill. There doesn't seem to be any demon that specialized in handling fire. The skewers displayed in front of the grill look more like blocks of coal. So they displayed false information, right? If it's edible, it's no problem. But inspecting the state of the shop... Whoa, stop, I don't need it. Come on, you're here anyways. How about a bit? I'll give you the best price, baby. Who's gonna pay to eat this trash? Like that. Like, goddamn, let go of me. Someone, please help. Looks like they've been catching passing tourists and forced them to buy this burnt food. Stop right there, criminal scum. Asuka yells to the Oni shopkeeper. Oh, what the hell? Sales of counterfeit items and forcing purchases are illegal practices. I ask that you stop that right now. I've heard of you guys. You guys are the ones who've been roaming around the streets and harassing us shop owners. Looks like the rumors about the show stage and the pickup artist have spread. While the shopkeeper was occupied with this, the customer who was forced to buy a block of coal escaped. Well, there's no need for us to introduce ourselves to you, but how about you sell proper food before things get dirty? I want tasty lava grill. Huh, I've been making a ton of money selling these half-assed grilled skewers. What makes you think I'm going to cook properly now? I see you don't want to sell proper food then. I must ask you to politely close down your shop, okay? Complying with the human's rules like disgracing my own name. Hey, you punks. When he called for his punks, several buff demons crept out of the other stalls nearby, each holding a weapon with their hands curled into fists. They're out here for a fight. Looks like these guys have a problem with the way we run our things. Be polite and show them how we run things around here. What, does it mean all these guys are running illegal stores? Yes, Asuka. It's true. No one has ever made it through this area unscathed. We're going to show you our ability called Killer Food. Killer Food. I'm not sure what it means, whether it means tasting so good or truly killing people. Anyways, if I have no intention of repentance, then you have, and we've got no choice but to fight. Oh boy. Get him, Sakura. This is like the best level in the game too. It's like a big, gigantic beach area that's like one consistent, it's just one consistent area. There's no breaks, there's no big hops. It's just like the beach. I'm very sad that they don't use this area more often. Not bad, Sakura, not bad. Damn it! Oh, you guys are gonna pay for this. After being kicked around by us, the corrupt merchants all fled at once, leaving whatever business their tools. Huh? After being kicked around by us, the corrupt merchants fled at once, leaving whatever their business tools. I don't get it. What does that mean? Entails or something? I don't know. Oh, they all ran away. Maybe she really wanted to eat lava grilled meat. Noah looked forlornly at the empty stores. It's not like this is the only place where we can eat something. There's got to be another place, okay? Alright. Excuse me. Thank you so much for getting rid of them. A friendly-looking demon youth appeared from the shadows and bowed deeply towards us. Who are you? Oh, I'm sorry, actually. I'm running a store around here. He began to tell us what happened. He was a lower-ranked demon of the Inferno until a while ago. He seemed to have been selling lava-grilled meat on his own recipe. However, due to the thugs who had realized the benefits of doing a business here, he was no longer able to conduct proper business practices. As always, the honest men suffer a loss. But thanks to you, finally, I will be able to do some decent business. If you don't mind, would you like to try my lava-grilled meat? Of course, I'll give it to you for free. Really? Oh, I want to eat. Well, then please. Great. We tucked into the We tucked into the skewers that the owner had carefully prepared. There's just weird-ass euphemisms for eating and doing things in this. Oh, what's delicious? Is this the taste of a famous restaurant? Thank you very much. It's just a street vendor, not the famous restaurant, though. Anyways, I'll get back on track. I'm rooting for you. We'll support you as much as we can. We casually looked around the street. In addition to the traces from the earlier battle, the street was quite messed up due to the corrupt merchants. Because it was the kind of street that people used to avoid, they would probably put customers who have been lost and visited here through trouble. Hey Fuma, I want to help him, can I? So, you don't want to patrol, but you want to help restore. But, oh well. Thinking about what the team formation is, it looks to be okay. I look over to Lydia to see what the client's intentions will be. It seems I've got enough data for her. Lydia was murmuring to herself as she stared at the machine that she had just introduced as the control device of the magnetic art. Is there a problem? Oh, no, there's no problem. I'm sorry. So, yeah. As you said, we need someone to support the good merchants. Noah, can you please do that for us? I'm a little worried about letting Noah alone. I think I better stay here, too. Glad to hear that, Miss Kokawa. It will be easier to coordinate with the UFS if you stay here. By the way, I've contacted Miss Akiyama. Apparently they have found the other corrupt merchants over there as well. I got it. So shall we join them? The outskirts of the beach. Yukikaze, who was hiding behind a rock with Rinko, found us and beckoned towards us. Oh, you're finally here. I read your text. Looks like you had a tough time. Yeah, we've got Noah and Asuka taking care of the rest. How about here? Look over there. Under Rinko's direction, I looked at the beach from behind a rock. Oh, darling, it's fun, all right. Yeah, it feels like I'm in heaven. A succubus girl with a very obscene swimsuit is frolicking on the beach arm in arm with a young man. Oh, that's good. I'm so happy when my darling feels happy. But darling, I have a favor to ask you. It's okay. Do whatever you want, honey. You know, I want a new swimsuit. There are only sparkling diamonds on it, but I can't afford to buy it, so... Don't worry, I'll buy it for you. And I may not have enough money, but I can even sell my organs for you. Really? You're so dependable. Oh, then shall we get started? Uh-oh. Oh, what the heck is that? It's too bad. According to reports, that's probably a beach dating service. I've heard some rumors of vulgar things like that being done. It must be some kind of acting lover service. However, the eyes of the man who seemed to be a customer were not sane, and he seemed to be in a dream world. That's not much beyond just vulgar things. He's even talking about selling his organs. He seems to completely fall into the succubus's trick. I guess that they hypnotize the customers who come to them and control them as much as they want. They take not just their money, but their organs as well. Even pets are treated better than that. Wow, that's actually a really neat development that that the succubi actually are part of an organ harvesting ring. Let's chase him. We'll lose him if we don't. Oh my god. They was probably going to jail an illegal doctor how to harvest his organs, but we decided to jump out from behind a rock and pull him over. Hey, what is that? Stop right there, criminal scum. What? We're in a good mood. It's tough being the popular guy, but there's only my honey for me. Wake up! You're under control of the succubus! I'm so uncomfortable hearing that. What should I do, darling? They're just jealous. They're just jealous, babe. Forgive them and let's go. Alright, it's getting annoying now, these two. As we were arguing, a demon with a coercive aura spoke to us. Hey ladies, don't disturb our business. Sir, are you head of the beach dating service? Yeah, I'm the person in charge. If it was just a service that provided fake dates, I would have condoned it after warning it against public order and morals. But I cannot overlook a business that misuses the tricks of the succubi and harms citizens. We will suspend your business without allowing objection. Try it if you can. As we looked around, many men who seemed like guards appeared and surrounded us. Oh, darling, I'm scared. It'll be okay, I'll protect you. The young man who became a captive of the succubus picks up a blunt instrument and glares at us. He seemed to be on the side of the demons. Oh shit, you're so annoying. It'll be a little violent to wake you up, but you'll have to bear it. Ridge Racer. Hiya! Go, Sakura, go! Look how fast you are. I'm so glad that they increased the range and like the size of the hitbox for all of our animals. Like, wow, it is like such a dramatic improvement in terms of like Sakura as a character. Like, it really is. Yeah, here's this sussy baka over here. Elite succubus. Elite suckabutt. Alright. That's 3, so this is round 4. To the finish line, because you know he's right on time. Oh, Ridge Racer. We're done with this? We quickly restrained the collapsed demons. Lydia called for backup and said they would be taken soon. Oh, wait, what? Why am I here? The man who was a captain of the succubi also woke up. He looked like he couldn't remember anything about said date. I'm not sure whether it is better for him to be unable to remember anything, or it'd be much better he can't remember such a succubus. Good, it's smooth to collect battle data. Miss Lydia? I'm sorry, shall we go to the next? Lydia, who was operating the device, got startled at my call and answered. Lydia led the way and we came to the edge of the beach. So where are we now? I heard that there are bathing facilities called Infernal Hot Spring Tour. Hot spring? In the resort? It's a little bit awkward. It feels like anything is possible here now. When we were chatting as we headed to the facility. Whoa, I can't do this any longer. Yuna, who we had met on the show stage, rushed out from the bathing facility with tears in her eyes. That one's... What's going on here? Oh, I had sweated so much at the show I had already got paid for it, so I thought I'd take a bath. But the water was so burning hot and there's nothing I could do about it. So I just tried to cool myself down with cold water, and the other demon customers got very angry at me. Well, you can't help but get a scolding if you do the hot water in a public bath without permission. Screaming in such lukewarm water is beyond pathetic. An infernal demon from the bathing facility was glaring at Yuna. You must be the person in charge of this infernal hot spring tour. Kinda. It was just lukewarm level for someone real infernal. But that small brat cried and screamed. Oh, however, humans can't handle the damn burning hot bath. I can't go in there anymore. Actually, it's not like I asked you to take a bath either. If you don't understand the fabulousness of the hot bath, then just get out of here. Why, that woman, she must really be stubborn. Excuse me, ma'am, as long as you're running a business in an area where humans and demons can approach, you need to provide services that both can use. Oh no, Lydia, are you going to tell her to have a handicap stall too? And an elevator and also ramp services so handicapped customers can get inside alongside mandated doors? You're no better than the enemies you fight there, Lydia. Could you please lower the temperature for the baths to human grade or prepare a bathtub for humans? I'll be the laughingstock of the demon realm if I, a member of the infernal demons, provide something like a lukewarm bathtub. If you really want us to follow your instruction, then convince us. The infernal demons with your strength. Before we knew it, the infernal demons, who looked pretty bloodthirsty, were surrounding us. Oh, in the end, we have to settle this in a rough way. That's why we come here. Let's go. You know, with how they even mentioned Astaroth earlier, so I'm thinking like, why isn't Astaroth like the boss of this place? That would be like perfect. Actually, I remember this event appeared in July and Astaroth released in September. So this has actually been a nice lead up to Astaroth herself. Though I think she was already in the story at this point. To the finish line, it's a nice right on time. Inferno Greater Demon, as opposed to Lesser Demon. Good job, Sakura. Alright, the big finish. Here we go. He's right there. He's right on time. Oh, it's over. I'm so exhausted. All of you are quite capable. Anyways, I'll not go back on my words. I'll prepare the bathtub for humans as promised. Wow, what a surprise. You're actually to your word. Amazing. Oh, we did it, finally. We're winners, everybody. It looks like you guys are also just about done. Asuka and Noah, who had came to help clean up the streets of stalls, came towards us. It seems that you finished cleaning up the street as well. I got lots of souvenirs. Noah was holding food in both hands. She probably got it as a reward from the stall. Her face is expressionless as usual, but she looks somewhat happy. I'm tired, man. I can't even lift a single finger. You're right. I won't be able to move unless I get some rest. I guess we finished the places we need to go for now. Thank you all for your hard work. Besides, thanks to you, I can collect enough data. Ugh. You all look very tired. Before we knew it, we were surrounded by a crowd of demons. The head of the crowd was the demon that had been selling fake lava grilled meat, but their races were various. There were succubi among them. We probably missed some of them when we had uncovered the dating service. Anyways, they have one thing in common. They're all trying to kill us. I don't think they came to compliment us on our hard work, guys. Apparently you guys have run amok as much as you've wanted. So I gathered the demons who are unhappy with you and came here for revenge. So you came all this way to get your ass kicked? Okay, I'll kick it exactly the way you want. Custom ordered. Don't show off. I've gathered some of the best fighters among us for you. We're gonna pay you back in spades. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's perfect. I won't let you do that. Who the heck are you? Back off, you fucking brat. My fellows, Taimanin, Taimanins are in trouble. I just can't sit back and watch. Fellows, Taimanins, who are you? Ooh, the sky is calling me, the earth is calling me, and the people are calling me. The heroic Taimanin of justice is me, Yanagi Yuna! Who? Wow, what confidence she has. That seamless stance. She may be pretty good at this. I'll take half of them. You guys handle the rest. Are you sure you can fight with that much? Please don't be reckless at least. You have to push yourself a little to be a hero. Come on, Legion of Evil. Give me what you got. Oh, are you looking down on us? We're gonna kick your ass, you little bitch. And if I remember correctly, this has like 5 waves, and it's like actually a lot of enemies. I just love the explosive power of Shadow Cleave. Like all Sakura does is just instantly warp to the side of where her enemies are at, and it's just like pure insanity. There's no like easing on the warping either. It's just like she just appears next to them and it's already over. That's why Sakura still remains very solid. You ain't gonna beat her. Did you see that? This is the true power of justice. Oh yeah, we won. Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Yuna. I never thought we'd meet a Taimanin in a place like this. I was on the way to help people and train myself. According to Yuna, she's traveling abroad to train her powers as a Taimanin and use her ninja art for the benefit of the world and people. She said that she had been traveling around Southeast Asia recently. I have heard that there's a team of very strong, righteous Taimanins around Is that Kotrara Island? Okay. Around Kotrara Island, and I've been looking forward to meeting them sometime. But that's you guys, right? It's probably Kotrara Island. Well, I don't know if we are righteous or else, but yeah. As always, heroes are attracted to each other. This is fate. Can I join the team? Yeah, sure, I'm happy to hear that. It sounds like he's not listening. He's like, can I join the team? Like, Yuna's just like, can I join the team? And then he's like, yeah, I'm happy for that. It's like, oh, Fuma, you're so crazy. I grasped Yuna's hand firmly when she offered it to me. She looks a little strange, but I'm sure I can count on her. Oh, damn it. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Help me. What? As I turned back, I saw that the battered demon stood up, lifted a tourist from the back, and held a blade at her neck. Are you still willing to fight? Don't make pointless resistance. You'll end up choking yourself. Shut up. I can't back down after being mocked like this. Unfortunately, we were all within sight of the demon. If we moved rashly, the blade would be thrust into the hostage's neck. No way. We can't stop him as it is. No, I'll handle this using my ninja art. Magnetic manipulation. Oh, look, she's, is that Dr. Doom? Dr. Doom has magnetism? No, not Dr. Doom, it's like, Magneto. That's it, that's what I'm thinking of. With Lydia's shout, the blade that the demon was holding escaped from his hand. What? And this is in return. Wah! A dull sound echoed from the back of his head, and the demon collapsed again. A solid-looking can rolled beside him. Perhaps Lydia threw the can to the demon from his blind spot using her ninja art. Magnetic art. That's very redundant. That's probably like... They had a lot of redundant lines in here, but this is the worst. Holy shit. Good shot! I thought I was the only one who could have moved in that situation. It seemed that the citizen isn't injured either. She was lucky. The tourist who had been held captive by the demon thanked us and ran away. Finally, we're on vacation. Yay, I've waited for this exact moment. I'm looking forward to delicious food. Yeah, nice job. Not a bad idea. You should rest your bodies for a while, though. Thus, the security of the resort beach was protected, and the vacation of the task force members began. A few hours later, I was slowly resting on the beach while reading. Where's Lydia? Yukikaze, who had gone to look at the stalls with Rinko and the others, suddenly came back and spoke to me. I don't know where she went. But why? Noah had found an unusual shaved ice shop over there, so I came to invite her to join us. Well, I think of it as she went for a walk by herself. Come to think of it, Asuka had also come to here to find her. I see. Thanks. I'll look for her. Let me help you. I closed the book and decided to guide Yukikaze in the direction where Lydia had walked to. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the beach. Hello there, Jugao. How you doing? We're almost done with the event. We're going to do some talking and farming afterwards. It went well until some point. Lydia sighed and looked at the machine. It was the small machine that she'd introduced to Fuma and his fellows as the control device of magnetic art. Even it seems hard to recover data. I should have been much more careful. It is false if the machine had a function to... control magnetic art, and its true function is measuring surrounding particles. Lydia's original mission, which she had received from the UFS, was to investigate the Taimanin Zagosha. You must have failed the part-time job. Suddenly, Asuka appeared from behind Lydia, looking at the broken device and smiling bitterly. Wow, okay, Asuka. What? Oh, it's Miss Kokawa. What do you mean by the part-time job? The UFS is not a monolithic organization, and in the DSO, there are lots of people who have different backgrounds. I was also in Japan before my body turned like this. So I've been watching you with great interest. Unfortunately, I couldn't find out where you had received a part-time job from. How, though? Nah. I think you mistook me. I didn't do any part-time job. At least, I got to know you're not a bad guy, so that's good enough for me. You used that magnetic art on impulse, right? That was something I had to do. However, the collected data was corrupted by the intense magnetic waves caused by her ninja art. If Lydia had tried to ignore the captive, she could have easily completed her original mission easily. Anyway, I'm going to pretend I didn't see anything this time, but keep in mind that's all because I think much of your sense of justice. Besides, there's no harm done either. Is it okay just with that? Everything went well, and I don't want to complicate things further. Asuka pointed to the beach behind Lydia, Yukikaze, and Fuma were approaching. They seemed to come pick us up. Let's go enjoy our vacation. I'm no match for you, Miss Kakawa. Alright, alright. I'll get to you guys in a second. I will. I'm done with this troublesome talk. Let's get to the captain to buy us some drinks and food and freshen up. Great. That's a fun event. It's always very enjoyable for the most part. I like it when the girls actually do have a good time for the most part. They're not getting mad, they're just enjoying themselves. You only got the kurenai swimsuit outfit. I did not get the kurenai swimsuit outfit. I actually already have her. Oh god, what's this thing called? I want to call it White Almighty because it reminds me of that, but no. I wanted to get Sakura's and I wanted to get You're not Felicia, you're Kiara. I wanted to get these two first because like they're the ones that are like, yes. That's an instant winner for me. Good job there, Kazuna. Good pick, though, in the kurenai. I'll probably pick hers up maybe... How long does it last, though? I want to see. Let's go to costumes. Not consumables, I want to go to costumes. August 8th and August 25th. Oh, no, I need to get Beach Melon and Undying Flower. Not really, though. I want to get Undying Flower because I missed it last time. Oh, also, this is a really good picture. Because this is something I just figured out the other day. This is this picture, this whole picture right here with Murasaki right there. This is as the aspect ratio crushed on her head, because the rest of her body is like, you know, just fine, but then her head is like perfectly square when it should be like elongated slightly more. They probably did that so it could fit within this barrier. Like, everybody else looks fine. Like, they're just, like, you know, edits of the various bodies, so it's okay. But the only person who has the other one is, like, is Murasaki. Well, good on you guys for, like, you know, getting the costumes you want. And I know, Kazuna, I know you were trying very hard, you know, have your stuff saved up for the big day when Ann Rose comes out. But it's, well, what can you... You're only human there, Kazuna. You're only human. Let's see. Today we need to do Noah, Asuka, Sue, Murasaki, and Rinko. Let's start off strong with Noah because I can remember that. Where are you, Noah? Perfect. This is actually like a really good map for Noah because this map is actually really good for marauding Mandy because it's one of the few maps in the game that's small enough for Noah to just stand in the center of it and just do it. It's a very easy map. Malice, I have Exile, and each dummy. Let's give her some juice. That's right. Noah's assist. Yes. So she doesn't actually get any effects out of these blue supporters. She probably really needed it. She really needs it more than anything. Though Kiara wouldn't have got it. Oh, you're an Asagi you're an Asagi main now there, Jugao? No, it's an absolutely insane how much damage, how much of a benefit Kojinka is. Like over there on Saturday when we did the tower run on Asagi, like there's no reason not to use Asagi without her Kojinka. Asagi without Kojinka just instantly drops her down like immediately 2 places on tier lists. It's so crazy. You were never able to get the limited support in the exchange facility. It was Christmas Ingrid that I did not get, so I was able to recover the gems I used for the said kurenai outfit. It was a win, and you never got her in that Christmas banner. Well, good job there, Kazuna. At least you got something good out of it. Marauding Mandy is going to be pretty nuts in this. I think it's that. She's not machine. She's demons. I forget. Is it a mix? Yeah, I think it is. So I want... Where is she? I can't find her. I need Furfur. No, it's not you, Hayao Miyazaki. It's... Who is this? Keirachi Kato. I don't want the snare because that means they don't get sucked in. Oh my god, I can't find her. I know I didn't delete her because I was... There she is. I was using her the other day. Switch her. I guess I can use this. Oh, there we go. Ranged critical. Works for me. No Magatamas. Alright, that's fine. You're like insanely lucky on that sort of thing there, Kazuna, because I never get anything out of the exchange facility. And I was actually trying to get... No, the thing is, like, I was trying to give an example today to someone about the exchange facility, and then I used it, and then I get a, and then I managed to get the, a supporter out. No, I got, Kurenai's Momochi weapon out of it. I was honest to God, like, extremely impressed about that, because that never happens. It's like that guy who won like $150,000 on a lottery ticket, then gets put on the news, and then wins another $250,000 with another ticket. Getting kind of sick of these gunners. Oh my god, come here. Okay, that's probably the last time we're going to use blue, because I need to... You have to break armor, and if you're not breaking armor, then what's the point? Come here. See, it works when it wants to work, but it doesn't work when I need it to. See, did you see that? Noah takes a boot directly to the face because I'm locked inside the animation. Alright, I guess... Hang on, my chat's not scrolling. Yeah, it's 100% free gems if you actually even get something like out of that, even in the first place. Like, even if it's a supporter you didn't actually like explicitly want, it's what? You took the risk on like 3 or 4 supporters and that's it, and you get something good out of it. That's a better deal than you can say than going out of the gacha. Oh goodness gracious, 15,000 gems. My goodness, he can buy a used car with some of that stuff. I think my man will be ready to 100% her opening day banner. But hopefully, let's see if he's got a good gacha luck seed that he can actually get some weapons for her, you know, within the 100 rolls and not have to worry about just like using the ticket. Noah's gonna be really fucking hard, I can already tell. Two minutes? Okay, we can fix that. God, I wish Noah had armor, or at least a way to get armor. Thankfully, though, we can solve this with pure strength. Ridge Racer. No, I need the 3rd red because that gives me Spica. Actually, forget it. Let's put Spica main because Spica main gives her invincibility. That's gonna make things a lot easier. Ugh, gee, I'm stretching. You're still hoping for that and your inventory is full. It's like, I can feel myself like my inventory is getting closer and closer every day to actually becoming full. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do when that happens. Because I think right now I'm sitting at like 568 items in my inventory. And like a lot of the stuff like that just sits around in my inventory is just things like magatamas. Because like after you do like a whole run of time attack or something or anything like that, like you just fill up the entire inventory so quickly. Sneers up, down, got the gunners. I mean, I would honestly like go get the supporters, because even if you don't like the supporter that comes out of that event, it's still inventory fodder. It's not inventory, it's, what's that called again? Facility fodder if you're not into that kind of supporter. So like get, if you don't even want it in general, just get like the 5 copies. I mean, also these events last like, you know, 3 weeks, Jogao. It's okay. I keep pronouncing it Jugao. It's like Wagyu or something like that. Noah, you have to kill. Yeah, the Akina supporter is actually very nice if you don't have a lot of high skill level blue supporters, because it's an easy 5/5 blue supporter. You don't have to like the effect, you don't have to like the call. It's just a really, really nice stat stick. Oh fuck, she got knocked down. Well, typically with Yanagi Yuna, when in the very few times I've used her, like every time I would use her, it's not specifically for her the passive effect. You use her for the call, because the call effect is like incredibly strong, like early on, before you start getting really high level buffing supporters, which is like super important. It's also another 5/5 green if you don't have anything in there. Like, it's just a fantastic stat stick. Yeah, Akina is just, you know, you are Ginryu Mitsue. That's just it. However, she's only half as useful, though. Because I was doing some, like, earlier today I was doing some experimenting with her. Like, I was using her with Emily to see, like, just how efficient the healing would be. And, you know, obviously that's not going, you're not going to see really huge effects out of Akina in terms of healing until, like, you have extremely low health. But then it's like a cat and mouse sort of gameplay moment. It's a lot of, it's a supporter made for like ranged characters who want to keep away, but they need to take a hit at some point. For characters like Astaroth. Because Astaroth has like a ton of skills, especially in blue, where she has to sit still and use the move. So you get a supporter that has the ability to do so, like heal after taking a hit. So it's perfect, especially skills along channels as well. Like Rinko's Meteor, that has a very long after skill cooldown, I guess, like recovery. So she has to deal with that. So you're probably going to take a hit at some point with it. Also, that reminds me, on Saturday we've got Rinko coming up when we're going to go in the tower. That's going to be a really fun adventure. Because I was doing some practice with Rinko today to make sure I can actually, you know, clear the tower with her. Not like I did a whole ass run with her or something. I just made sure I can clear 75. Because if I can clear 75, I can do the other ones just fine. And my goodness, Rinko has such an easy time with 75. It's probably because like she has such huge sweeping motions and large range with her attacks. I had a much easier time than compared to someone with like Asagi. She's huge! Insane even. So Ridge Racer's looping. There we go. And speaking of huge, that's right, Noah going big mode. You know what I want to see? I don't see enough art of Taimanins playing sports or doing like leisure activities. Like I want to see Noah with like going big mode and then just like playing basketball or something. Like all the girls are like shooting hoops and then they're like Noah just wants to go over there and dunk on everybody, so she just goes big mode and like slam dunks the basketball and destroys the rim. I would love to see that. Where's our sports festival event there, Gremory? That sounds like right up our alley. The Gremory Games Sports Festival. Oh, that's right, there's one more wave. Oh fuck, she got knocked down. I just want to see them put like Noah in more like various comical situations. Because I want to see like Noah, like, you know, Noah joins the hockey team, and she's like, it's her first day, and they're like, you know, okay, we need to Noah, what positions do you regularly play in hockey? And she obviously doesn't know what hockey is. She just wants a soft pretzel or something from the stand. So it's like, I don't know. I play forward because I like to go forward. And they're like, okay, you're going to be our forward. And then they have like Noah just sit there and like body check everybody. And she's like smashing the puck through the wall and everything because her strength is like enormous when she goes big mode. But yes, Sports Festival sounds like absolutely perfect for this game. I would love to see it. It's like a really conceptually simple thing too. You just have the girls like run around in bloomers and mess around doing like various sport activities. Like they play volleyball, they do track and field. It's like all kinds of fun stuff you would do at school. Because it's Gosha Academy. I expect they would do, you know, school stuff. Good job, Noah. You actually got off the combo. You didn't die in the process. I know one day when I eventually have to do, well, I'm not have to, but like one day I will do a Noah run of tower, and it's gonna be like the most difficult and like bullshit thing I've ever had to do. It's not gonna be fun. Noah Brown versus Godzilla and Charles Barkley. There you go. Noah Brown showed up in Jam Gaiden. Quest for the tacos. And Beach. What did you say on that one? It's the meme of Venom dunking on Spider-Man, but replace that with Giant Noah and Astaroth. I would love that. There's two of my favorite characters right there, just like Giant Noah dunks on Astaroth. But what they didn't know is that Godzilla got game. But beach volleyball with a picture of Kurenai and Felicia comparing, you know, plot differences is great. That's a really great picture too that Zol made. Like I absolutely love that one because it's just like they're absolute horrendous people to each other, and you can see like they're just seething with rage that they're like touching each other. I love it. Oh my god. Smells like fucking cigarettes. Probably someone smoking outside. I can smell that. Noah as a soccer goalie would be totally unfair. It makes sense because she's just sitting there and just like all she has to do is just lay in front of the goal. No problems. Like I imagine Noah would be just like sitting there like, you know, doing the stomach down kicky pose and just like with her resting her head in her hands, and she's like she feels the ball hit her, but she's like, "Hey, I'm trying to count the petals on this daisy over here." Like I make Noah sound like she's stupid or something, but she's not. She's just really cute. Oh my god, get out of there, Noah. You know, I'm very surprised that Astaroth didn't actually get a swimsuit of all things. It doesn't really make sense, like, why she doesn't get one. I'm also heavily biased because I want more Astaroth stuff. I like her a lot. I want to see her get nice things. Noah sure does need a buff. She needs some help. I really hope that they give Noah the They give Noah the Murasaki and Shiranui treatment, which was where they where the characters get massively overtuned to where they're now the best characters in the game. I would love Noah to have a redemption story like that on that level, to where Noah goes from like being absolutely terrible to great. Because that would make like every Noah main out there, that would be their prayers would be answered. Because I love Noah. She's just very difficult to use and takes some setup. Like, right, I have to actually like really focus sometimes on these enemies because Noah gets screwed all the time on everything. It's not even like you can like avoid her basic attack by using her skills. Her skills are have such incredible amounts of problems too. Ugh, I hate it. But thankfully, she's got like she has the best tracking in the game. Like Noah does a straight up 180 right there, and I was not touching the control stick at all. It's like, wow, she is. Noah, you're just off the planet, little girl. But if there's one thing Noah's good at, she sure can burst. That Juliet sneer, I love it. More Astaroth is more better, that's for sure. And Rinden's event boss broke your bonus stage Noah streak. You only got through the first stage, but everybody else had to do Sakura and Murasaki. You absolutely need invincibility against Rin with Noah. There's no way you can ever get an attack in. Like, you have to like do a sort of big ass timing setup for it to happen in order to hit her with any of those skills. It's like, she's so slow. And a real softball game would be very cool as well for a sports event. I would think so too, because like you have Yukikaze pitching, and you have Asuka on bat because she loves baseball. And to complete the hilarity, we have Shiranui and Rin in cheerleader outfits. There we go, that's nice. And also, it doesn't make sense very much that Sakura didn't get her swimsuit year one. Like, it's a very simple one that Sakura gets. And it's a why skimp on that of all things. Oh, good. Come on. Kaboom. See, it's nice to do 882,000 damage with this skill. But the thing is, like, I can use other characters and hit that way easier and not have to get, like, 20 years of setup. Like, right now I'm confused and I have to, like, do a whole bunch of, like, really weird, like, planning. Like, Noah's dash is, like, so fast in general. Like, that doesn't need to change. She's just fine, but everything else can, like, needs work. Look at that, she got hit by the shockwave. You can't use this weapon in traffic whatsoever. You think they need to go back and relook at Astaroth there, Jugao? Because, personally, I don't think they need to go look back at Astaroth at all. Because the ability to run at full speed while attacking is one of the strongest things about her. They need to have something to balance that out, and they did the right thing, which was make when you get hit with Astaroth, you take a massive punishment for it in the form of a 2-second recovery. So it's it's literally don't get hit the character. You get better at dodging inherently with Astaroth. She's easy to use and requires that level of mastery. Hi-ya! Like, if Sakura or Murasaki could move at the same speed that they could run when they attack, they would be the top 2 characters in the game. There would be no contest at all. If Shiranui could run using her spear, That would just be like insane in general because she then has like the speed and coverage of a spear. So it's like there's no reason for her to ever walk again. Like Astaroth's like the legendary hard hitter. She has to have something to balance that out, or just don't, or just like she's just gonna sit there and get punished all day. Because honestly, I think Astaroth is probably one of their better characters they've made. There's a very apparent risk-reward structure that they have going on with her, and it's set up very nicely. Obviously, you don't play her with on a phone. She sucks on phone. You play her on a controller, and then you learn how to like avoid things really easily. Because you when you're playing, when you do when you play Astaroth is like you hold the attack button down, and you just like start dodging around. You start learning how to do what's that thing called? When you start paying attention more to your peripheral vision more often. You start being able to get more astute at looking at that and paying attention to those things coming. And that sort of knowledge passes around to every character at that point. Like that's what I got from playing as Astaroth. It's more of a lesson on stop getting hit. Please God, tell me this is done. I think I've done this 9 times. Yeah, if Murasaki was able to move at the same speed that she could run when she attacks, there is no way that Murasaki would never ever have competition ever again. Barely anything competes with her now. Oh, thank God it's finished. That was the last one. Okay, now we can use other characters. Noah, it's like, if they have any sort of projectiles, they're just gonna like riddle her with holes. Next is Asuka. I don't have her summer weapon, and I really like hers too. It's the her summer weapon is like just 2 sharks attached to her arms, so it's like that's great. Why can't we have more nice things like that? That's fun. That's a fun setup. Yeah, considering how much Mu-chan already hits, that would be absolutely broken. And her speed boost from Tentacle Mine in general is already unfair in and of itself. Imagine if you could go at the same default speed. If you could swing at the same speed as like Asagi, but had Murasaki level damage. It's like there'd be no chance at all. Well, yeah, Astaroth has very floaty gameplay. She floats in the air. Like, what else is she supposed to do? You think that gremlin is gonna walk around with her little tiny feet? There's the machine supporter. She's not gonna do anything like that. She's the queen of the inferno. She doesn't walk. That's for plebeians. Range? Yep, I think it is ranged. Yeah, I'll just use cooldown boost. Who has like a relatively low cooldown? 45, 51, okay. We face a lot of demons, so I guess. Yeah, we'll just put critical. We use Mach Impact because no, Mach Punch. Oh no, it's, ugh, I'm losing my mind. Because there's like 3 skills that are like named. There's like 2 Mach skills right there. I'm like, Mach Punch, Mach Impact. What does that mean? Mach Punch and Mach Impact are like the same thing. A punch is an impact. It's like, what are you talking about there, Asuka? Oh, it's Mach Punch. Here it is. Wind God, Rending Storm. There we go. Let's just afflict all 3 of her skills. Yeah, there we go. Asuka's animations are so very stiff, like all the time. Like, damn girl, it looks like you're like made in fucking. It's like someone's first Unity project. Alright, I have to get back in the mindset of this thing. So now she's getting like really hurt all the time. I'm obviously making a great example of learning how to look in your peripheral visions all the time by playing Astaroth, but no, I'm just getting the shit kicked out of me. Damn it. Thankfully, Asuka holds still during most of these attacks, so it's very easy for me to do. Punch him in the back, Asuka. There you go. It's like, hi-ya! Oh, I have ultimate. Oh, it feels good to actually just be able to one-shot an enemy with that. It's like, oh, that's good. Yeah, Emily's dash and dash recovery are just like absolutely horrendous. Like you will not be getting out of a situation with her like intact. Like you can use like the one dodge she has and then she's just gonna take like 5 auxiliary hits afterwards. Wow, that was fast. That filled up really quickly. God, I wish Asuka was armored during that entire animation so she can actually complete the whole thing. I think it's that Rinko's face in general is like a very flat look, and it has the day one feel behind it, because obviously they have gotten better with designing the characters and their wraps, their textures, their models, the subsurface scattering, everything. They've gotten a lot better. So the very flat look of Rinko's face is a very, you know, not appealing. Like here, we'll go take a look. That's 10. That's I think 10. Well, obviously we can't use a costume that covers your face like this. This is perfect. Like, it's a very flat look. It's okay. Well, obviously, like, her head looking as big as on her body, it's like, I don't know. It's okay in general. Like, obviously, she's made on the same model and the skeleton as Shiranui, so it's, they're not going to make her, like, absolutely the same default art size where... you know, on regular art, Rinko's tits go like all the way out to here, and her head is like, if like her head was regular size and she was actually art size to where we know her as of now in terms of art, her head would be perfectly fine right there. But it's like, as we see her now, like she honestly she looks pretty okay. Though she has several problems, I think, with her model in some places where it kind of clips. Doesn't look too okay, but they, from what we see of Rin, they obviously have now the capacity to do way better. So going back and giving Rinko the Rin treatment would obviously be very beneficial to her. I need to change Asuka's stuff. Let's go to red. There we go, Shizuru. Got Asuka. Do we have any other red supporters? Do we have any other named red supporters that were playable? No, Ingrid's blue. Ah, forget it. Like, they have proven that they are capable for, you know, Miss Rinko, and for Miss Rin, they've proven they are capable. But it's the fact that it's like, okay, they're kind of sleeping on that sort of thing, taking a long time. Because obviously they do pretty good stuff with the, you know, the Asagi renewal, the the Asagi renewal, the, Yukikaze renewal, and also the Sakura one as well. So they're it's not like they're gonna look exactly horrendous. They're general improvements all the way around. Whoever is the art director for the modeling needs to get a raise, because for the most part they get like 80% of the character right in the translation from 2D to 3D, and it looks fantastic. Like, I remember when this game first came out and I saw the promotional video for like they were showing off Asagi, Sakura, and Yukikaze in there. I'm like, wow, that is like 100% of the translation of the Kizugami and the Oi Nagisa art style. I was so impressed about that, and it sold me on the game ever since. Like, every character that's got in, they look pretty dead on accurate to who they are from the art. So it's like great. Like, they put a lot of time in for sure to make sure Asagi and Sakura and Yukikaze look very good, because they obviously are the ones that will sell. They still sell. In terms of the renewals, though, like, I get it, Jeff. I wonder why they changed it in the first place. Here's the thing, though. I don't mind if you change it, because I don't like her. I want to make sure you know that. I want to make sure everybody knows that I don't like her. But it's the thing that's like, you can change it. Why can't we toggle between the two, you know? Why can't we do that? Like, just go, like, when we hit the magnifying glass icon, why can't we pick pose 1, pose 2, like that? It seems pretty simple to do, because it's obviously they were able to add it, you know, beforehand. The ability to cycle, but yeah, it's like they had a whole ass update of that sort of thing. So it's not like it's an impossible feat for Gremory. Just like how we got Kurenai to have both versions of her haircut inside another costume. Dang it. Taimanin Jiho. Kaboom! Great. And Rin does look beautiful and sexy. I'm sure Maida was very proud of when they actually got in the game. It's they make very solid translations of the art to 3D. But I remember I was talking with someone else the other time. I think it was in the Discord, where how they have some characters look like absolutely stunning, like they're just ripped right out from another art piece, but like from one angle. But then you go to another angle and they're looking kind of rough around the edges, you know. It's like an Oblivion sort of moment, if you guys have played that before. Like you go in the character creator and you try to make, like, you know, oh, someone makes an anime face or something like that, and they can accomplish the look, but you have to look straight dead on at them. If you're not looking dead on at them, you get to see like all the imperfections of the model and how it doesn't work out. It's the same thing with like every Oblivion NPC too. Oblivion. Wait, I thought you were dead. You weren't supposed to be alive. Damn it. I would rather have Lily Ramses in the game than that her again. It's like at least it's at least it's like a blonde character, because I like me a nice blonde lady. So Lily having blonde hair is just like, that's fine. You can exist in my world. But if you do anything like irredeemable, it's like, no, you're just gonna be like left behind, like most people do with some other characters in the game. Why does Asuka get to do the short hop right there? I wish she would do that more often when I would play as her. Is that a terrain thing? You personally don't like Asagi's new win animation. It's got too much camera movement and zoom compared to the simplicity of the old one. I like the new version of her win pose because her original win pose is like she just daintily swings her sword and swings it 2 more times, and then she just like, okay, there you go, I won. She makes it look effortless, as opposed to the stern, somewhat hard look that she gives in the new version, which is very befitting for Miss Asagi. It's like the animators wanted you to appreciate their hard work. They wanted you to say thank you for all the stuff we've done. all the tireless hours and the countless re-renderings they have to do to make sure they got the look right from most angles. But then you got people like you know, other people like me and various others who like take a microscope to their models and say, uh-oh, you got like your vertex at 0.504 is wrong, and it creates a clipping thing. It's like, okay, thank you. I wonder how many missions I have done with Asuka now. It's probably close to 10. The orange-haired woman is Kaya Brunsk. Kaya Brunch. I like to take her to brunch, I'll tell you that much. A brunch, a munch. God damn it. I can feel it, like my jaw is starting to flare up again. Because I want to respond more to like things you guys are saying, but it's like also like, oh man, I can feel it coming back up. Because I also have other things to say about that stuff as well, but it's like, man, oh, I have an ibuprofen after all this is over. Bam, bam, bam! Oh, there you go, Asuka. Go get him. Go get him, baby girl. Just went to the wiki. Yes, let's all go to the wiki. Not the one that works. The fucking kaiju, what's that thing called? It's like the kaiju something wiki. I'm like, what sense does that make? This guy just literally writes the fucking subspace emissary level fanfiction and makes a website out of it. Like, I remember I was trying to look up Asagi's birthday one day, and I was wondering, like, what? It's like, that's not her birthday. I'm pretty sure it's not that, like, time of the year. And it's like, it's this birthday this dude made up. I'm like, what are you doing, man? It's like, it's always the first search that comes up, too. 9, I was 1 off. It's always the first search that comes up, too, in terms of, like, looking for Taimanin things. It's not like... I don't know, at least for a long time it was. But it's like, there's the wiki, there's like the newly made wiki, and then there's also like the kaiju something wiki, which is like, why? I ask myself why every time. I mean, there are people out there, obviously, who want to chronicle their the world of their fanfics, but it's like, you know, you can keep that stuff to a text document. You don't need to make it a publicly available web server. I don't need to see what you think of, like, God Ultimate Super Saiyan God, Super Gohan, Asagi, Rongo, or something like that. I don't need that. I don't know what that is, and I don't care. I am just trying to find the thing. Well, there, Jugao, there's a secondary wiki that someone has made over the years that is not a actual collection of the Taimanin universe, but it's a universe that they have created that has those Taimanin characters inside, along with other franchises as well. It's like the Kaiju something wiki, and it's a very, very rough situation. Because it pops up for, like, a bunch of franchises, so it has a lot of traffic because of it. And on the wiki, well, and then there's, like, the actual Taimanin wiki that people have been maintaining over the last couple of years. It has, like, you know, information on AT, and also, like, details about the original VNs that you can go read. Yeah, it is a bit of an ad situation. Because not only to add to the madness of it, it's like I said before, it's like the first or second search result. I don't know if like the people who run the Taimanin wiki have don't pay to promote it very well, because the fact that like the kaiju wiki generates so much traffic because of how much it encompasses is like insane. Well, I do mean it's not out of the ordinary to have kaijus in Taimanin. It's like, they do have giant monsters every once in a while. So I could see it making sense, but it's like, the people who actually know and know lore aspects, it's like, it doesn't make any sense at all. It's just weird. Alright, next is Sue. Miss Sussy Jinglei. Melee and Demons Up. Where are they? Here she is. It's a funny wiki. It even has a timeline of events. I can only imagine the level of discourse that is created for the kaiju timeline. That guy must have tons of time wasted on that wiki. I'm sure he would have a very choice words to say about how his time was not wasted because he liked doing it, or some sort of like coping mechanism like that. I'm like, that is 100% a waste, dude. That is like, it's actually misleading information at this point. Why don't I have super armor? That's right, because blue doesn't have super armor. We need to change her outfit. Not outfit, we need to change her build. Because I was looking for the one that had the, that inside it. Hello, Dan. Welcome. Welcome back. Because that man who needs that man who makes a Taimanin Kaiju wiki or whatever needs an extra heavy dose of copium. When people tell him, why do you make this thing? It's actively detrimental to the Taimanin franchise. It confuddled the browsing sites. It sure did confuddle them. Like every time, like I know I'm saying it a lot, but it's just so funny to me how how that happens. I can believe that there's someone out there who takes what is written there as fact about the characters. I 100% believe that's like true. Also, I'm so glad Sue has super armor because like it makes getting assaulted on this very tiny island much more tolerable. Need an extra shipment for sure because it's like, man, why? God. Oh, my jaw is so tense. Oh, I can't even yawn without feeling that. Ugh, it's terrible. Man, I even went out to dinner today after I went to like the doctor's appointment, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna finally have some like hard food because I can feel the swelling go down. But it's like, no, you're not gonna have hard food, hardcore. You're gonna have soft foods like soup again. You're gonna go on a liquid diet for the next like 3 days. It's like, I'm sure like the swelling will go down as like the stream winds down, but like I got several days ahead of me. Probably nothing an ibuprofen and just like thinking relaxing thoughts can't fix. Because quite honestly, positive thoughts, they're always the best medicine. Activated Sue, there you go. Hell fucking yes, Sue hits like a baseball bat. She hits so goddamn good. Well, like on the right side of my jaw, I think my, like, it's being realigned and being pushed because I think my wisdom teeth are coming in at some point. It's like, it's been going on for I think the last 3 or 4 years. It's like been slowly coming out of there. And I can feel it realigning my jaw and setting things up. Because I've noticed, like, you know, for the last couple of years that my mouth has changed. Because I can hear the sound difference from, like, a few years ago. And also from, like, now. Like, things have changed in my mouth. And it's going through another growth phase as of late. So I just have to, like, deal with it for now. I probably when I went to the store, I should have picked up some Oragel. Because that's like, this sucks. I mean, they've been saying for me to get it removed for a while, but I really can't do that sort of thing right now. Oh man. Like right now I gotta rub my like the side of my mouth where the muscle is and just like move it back and forth. Like it's beginning to go like on the low end of the cycle, so it's okay. So it's mostly just I have to get some sleep and let it just grow overnight. But I know already it already wakes me up in the middle of the night because it's like, you know, it's a pain. And it happens involuntarily too, so it's like it happens. When it happens, I know it because it wakes me up just like a little bit briefly and it takes me out of REM sleep. Thankfully this wasn't like the first time it came around where it had like god awful, like it was for a straight up month. Like just swallowing hurt, everything hurt in my mouth. I'm like, I hate it so much. See, thankfully Sue is very easy to play for me. Like I can just sit here and relax and like explain the story. Like everyone else that I played requires me like to focus a little bit more. So I can't explain that because I've been wanting to explain that for a while today because I was going to stream this game at like 2 o'clock. I was going to stream this like 9 hours ago and I didn't. because I was getting some stuff set up for the tooth. I can't really get it removed because it's like I do not have the means to get it removed, if you can understand that. Because also at the same time I'm looking for new work so I can get some better health insurance than what I have at the moment. That way I can finally get them removed, and it stops fucking up my entire life every time it comes up. Because right now, like, going through this with Sue, it's like super fast. It's like I don't have to worry about it, and I can just like, I'm barely looking at the screen. I'm looking at like what the chat box is updating with. But dang there, Dan, you had like throat surgery. That sucks. I remember Bella D, I think, said, what is it, a few days ago, he had like pancreatitis or something like that. So he has to, like, he can't drink soda anymore or something. And that just reminded me of like various body problems we all start having when we get older. Because like, Dan, aren't you like in your 40s or something like that? Don't you gotta worry about like A1C levels and like cholesterol? Like getting old stuff. Because I imagine like the audience here, it's like they're like they sure as hell don't want to hear about like health problems. That's kind of dumb. Bam, bam, bam. Perfect. All right. I could start Patreon for that. That sounds nice. You know, that's something I've also been wondering for a while, is that the Latin America community is very, very like super apparent for like the Taimanin franchise. Like, my goodness, you guys come out in full force every time there's like new updates for this game. I love it. Like, I honest to God think there are more like Latin American players than there are English, like straight up English players. Like, it's pretty crazy. Because I think doesn't Action Taimanin have its own like I know it has the English, the simplified Chinese, and English, simplified Chinese, Korean, Spanish, and yeah, that's about it in terms of languages. So I was like, wow, this game has like it's very hard hitting. It's very widespread. So I'm like, wow, people must really enjoy Taimanins all the way like around the world. But obviously, you know, if you don't have to learn English to like learn another game, then you don't have to, because, well, I mean, if you learn English, there's so many games that get put into English. It's like, it's a win-win directly. It's the same thing as like if I know English, and if I learn Japanese, I essentially open up the entire world in terms of video games. It's perfect. Blabberpuss, if I could stream professionally, I would 100% do it. That's why I would love to get to the affiliate program on Twitch, so I can get that going. Because the affiliate program, and also the, what's that program called on YouTube where you get like 1,000 subscribers and you get like the thingies going where it becomes ad revenue? That I would love to get on that program, because it doesn't mean I have to like kill myself working 60 hours a week to keep myself alive. Yeah, we are just sad blogs today. That's life, though. I would love to stream professionally because I really like the interactive experience and playing games a lot. You know what I'm very surprised of though? Like obviously there's the English version of like the Taimanin games that are made, but it's like, has someone actually went out there? Oops. Has someone actually went out there and made a damn it, one more. A Spanish translation of like Taimanin Asagi 1 or something? Because that sounds like something that the Latin American community would come together and do. The Latinos are very horny. I don't have to be, I'm not very sure. I know that for a fact. Like I got friends in Mexico who are like, did you see the new art for Kiara and Oscar? And like, oh yeah, man. It's like, I like them because it's the hot blonde lady and the hot robot lady. And it's like, yeah, buddy, okay. Then you got my, like, your white friends, and it's like, some of them are kind of prudes about that sort of thing. They have to, like, you know, obviously look, you know, not as horny all the time, but you know that these guys are, like, gonna look that shit up when they get home. I know that because some of them have asked me questions about it later. And my black friends, they're like, yo man, what's that Taimanin game? And like, and I tell them about it. It's like, I like that. I'm gonna look at that when I get home. Like, nice. Tell me about how it turned out. Tell me how it turned out when you get done. Those Latinos, they love it. You know what also Latino people love? They love hot blonde women. Like, man, if there is any time that I ever see, like, you know, like my Mexican friends will say, like, They absolutely love like Kiara, they love Sakura, they love Kurenai, they love who is our other blonde characters? They love Emily, they love Shizuru, they love other blonde characters from other franchises like Saber, the ones from High School DxD. Well, the whole cast of DxD in general. There's a lot. There's a lot they like. That's why you get just some Mexican friends in your life, guys. They're the greatest. Because you could go show them some nice hot stuff you found, and it's like they're like, hell yeah, man, that's awesome. They actually are appreciative of it. But there's not a good translation of Taimanin Asagi 1 in Spanish. I mean, I kind of figure that. Because the only really good translation is the one that's been in English. Yeah, let's do that. I hit equip, damn it. Oh, if I did hit equipped, it would have put it back there. Huh. Ooh, that's right, I can't use that. Okay. I need, I don't think they only have like 100,000 health. Let's try it. Let's just get it to like one go. Alright, next is Murasaki. Murasaki's gonna have a very easy time with this. Where are you? Murasaki, I can't find you. There you are. Sakura used to have a nice tan in Taimanin Asagi 3, but that's not here anymore. That's something I miss very much. Alicia, who? Drill instructor. I like to drill this instructor. Heyo. Let's give her some colors. I like it. I love it. There you go. First try, we actually get something that looks okay. It's like a Fabletics if I ever... That's like a Fabletics color if I ever saw it. Can I switch those? It also goes to show like how little supporters and weapons I have for Murasaki, yet she can still hit extremely hard. Alright, need to change the music. There we go. Let's put on some country music. That's fun. Where the ladies aren't jobbers, you get put to the sword constantly. That's right. If there has ever been a female empowerment game, it's this. Because these girls actually can be able to do the jobs they're assigned to do in the first place. Because quite honestly, these girls don't think like women, they think like men. They are goal oriented and ready to do the task at hand. You paid a high price for the one on ice. Baby, you got the cold one. Gotta hop backwards all the time. I love Murasaki's like backdash so much because it's just her like flying backwards. It's like a really stiff animation too. So she just like all the other girls like just tumble backwards. And like all Murasaki, and then Murasaki's just out there just like little tap and just hop. Bam! Have you seen Murasaki? I mean, come on. You ain't mistaken anyone there. $402,000 damage. Jesus, that's insane. Oh boy, another fencer. Jesus. We're playing Fairy Fencer F at this rate. We got so many sword users. I like it when Murasaki gets like the maximum stacks on her weapon. Then her critical damage does like 40% more. Because even at 1.5, this is like her best weapon ever. It's so good. At this point, it's easier to count which Lilith games have not made an appearance in RPGX. It's like, man, RPGX is literally just like the Lilith Smash roster. Like, I wish they were able to make more, like... I wish this game had, like... I wish this game was more like the all-star battle of Lilith franchises, because that would honestly be, like, perfect. Because that was a thing you could... like, companies did in the 90s, was like, let's make a fighting game with, like, all of our franchises put together. That was always a really fun thing to do, and it also let you discover, like, new games and series you hadn't heard about ever. I like that stuff a lot. But fighters aren't as profitable as people think. From Kengoku, you like Lieri, and the red-haired girl. Like, she's from Kengoku 2, isn't it? I don't remember what her name is. Also, that game is in English now, everybody. It's not like, you know, official English. You have to do some searching, but it's in English out there now, from what I remember. So, like, go play yourself Kengoku Senken. It's great, because it doesn't have a movie. So you have to read it yourself. It's really a shame that Taba itself mechanically is not a very good game. It's like, it really sucks. I really hate playing Taba so much. Because even like those Facebook games that like I always compare them to, like most of them actually play better than that because you don't have to do like so much bullshit menuing. Like they're just the step above text-based games. Also, everybody go play Kengoku Academia. That's another good one, too. That is not in English, so you have to play it on, like, a machine translation or something. Or learn Japanese. Like, I remember, like, I got to, like, rank 60 or 70 in Taba. I don't remember what the... I don't even know what the cap is, but it's like, I got pretty, you know, decently far. But it's like, I hated playing it so much. I'm like... Like, the first time I played Taba, I was wondering, like, is there something wrong? I don't hear any sounds. No, that's just the game itself. It has, like, no sounds for almost everything. Like, you sit there in pure silence for most of the game. Which, honestly, it's like, it's really good to listen to music with, or, like, a podcast or something. So it's like, I am okay with that. I like that. I like that it's quiet, but I'm also like, that wasn't like a thing because, you know, that's not like a choice I had to make. I can turn off the music in most games and listen to my own music. That's a thing that they did on default. There's no music. At least there's like no music, but there is like sound effects. Like, Taba is like a legitimately horrible game, and I honest to God wonder how it was able to survive for so long. I guess that's the staying power of like the events, like the level of quality of the events or something, and the characters, because that gameplay is terrible. It's another like Fate Grand Order situation where the game is like inherently god awful to play, but the characters and story are like so like engrossing and investing, like people legitimately like will fight through it to read more about the adventures of the characters. We got him. 638,000, that's pretty good. Get a tentacle mine off and I can do those 425,000 damage crits. But the thing is also, like, Taba has, like, a bunch of really, really nice scenes as well. All drawn by, like, the original artists or, understudies of the artists. Like, man, they have great stuff. Because it's also where it's like, you know, they introduced a bunch of new characters in there, and it's, like, great. I love it. Masher, is that like a sunk cost fallacy to you for like playing Taba? It's like, man, you sound like you're really like killing yourself over that sort of thing. Like, man, you do not need to kill yourself over Taba. This like that game is not worth your beans. The other lady didn't have red hair, she had black hair in Kengoku Academia. It's just a blonde and a black-haired woman. The redhead is from 2. I keep wanting to call like the black-haired lady from Kengoku Academia Naomi Evans, and like that's not right because it's obviously not true. The Naomi Evans, like she's a carbon copy of Naomi in that game. I literally cannot remember the name of the life. I can literally like not remember the name of the blonde lady from Kengoku Academia. In fact, I can barely remember the names of either of those characters. Because probably the translation I had wasn't right. Because it didn't give me their name, it just gave me like a translated version of their name. So it's just like Tree or something like that. Or Fierce. The blonde lady gets absolutely fucking demolished in Academia though. It's like crazy. Like she faces so much abuse. And then she has like another scene where she's like given a nice... She's giving a kurenai meal to her. She's having a kurenai meal at some point, and I'm like, okay, I didn't expect that. The character who got shafted the hardest from the move from Taba to RPGX was Tatsuro. Yes, Tatsuro gets nothing good ever. He is literally like living in a perpetual state of being like, being free and also being cucked at the same time. This man is like pure suffering. That's what we're gonna call it now, guys. We're gonna call what happens to kurenai a kurenai meal. Well, no, there's like 2 kurenai meals. There's the white version and then there's the brown version. We'll just when I refer to a meal like that, we'll just call it the brown one. Because there's like 2 scenes in that where she's eating something. Ooh, good, that is so good. Just like slams the hammer down and crushes that little eye guy. Yeah, it's her horse. Like, that's the horse she commands. And then, like, they capture the horse, drug him up. And then, obviously, because I think, like, she had sent those men to have essentially be killed, they defected, capture her, defecated, and then made her eat it. And also get demolished by the horse. I think that's actually one of the bad endings of the game. You know, the fact you can actually suggest they turn Tatsuro into a girl and that would be a character development improvement shows like how little there is in terms of Tatsuro development. Like, literally all Tatsuro is there to do is just like provide backstory for Rinko and just sit there and be like a punching bag. Like, I absolutely hate characters like that. Like, there's nothing good about him. Like, with Rinko and Yukikaze, you actually get to learn, like, they regret the decisions they make. They don't like what they had to do, but they did it anyways. They, honest to God, wish they could go back and try again if they could, but they have to live with it. Tatsuro doesn't have anything like that. He literally just lives in suffering, and that's it. There's nothing for him anywhere. Well, Sam, it's very easy to play this game F2P, like it is. Like, they give a lot of stuff out for free. If you play during the month of July, you get a ton of free stuff as well, a ton of really good resources. They have new events every 3 weeks, and there's a lot of free resources you can get everywhere, weekly as well. So it is totally doable to get the gems needed to buy characters and play free to play, 100%. Raptor, I'm not gonna show that to you. Go on like X Hentai or something and then go like look up Kengoku, go click the expunged galleries box and then go look up Kengoku Academia because it's a Lilith property, they're instantly expunged. Also, yes, if you guys have figured out how to get out from away from the panda, you too can enjoy the free bounty of everything else. Come here. Come here. Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! Like, the thing is, even like, yeah, that's something I'll remark on. The ability to get into like X Hentai is like seriously mitigated now. Like, it's a lot easier than it was, you know, years ago. Like, you had to do shit with like deleting your cookies and all that sort of stuff. I think you still do have to do that sometimes. At least I know I do every once in a while when it doesn't like transfer correctly. But it's like all you have to do now, really. All you had to do in the past, actually, was just log into the forum, you get the cookie, and then it works. Man, I can't wait to get those onion rings. I got those like at dinner today. I'm excited for those. Masher, X Hentai has been up again for like months, almost years. It's been like what, 2 years since that happened when they had the big stuff like that. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up because you're saying right there, Sam. It's like the conditions to view the expunged galleries are different. What? Wow, that's a really good thing to see on the front page. Right, we got the Rule 34 Resident Evil, and we have Jill Valentine with a fucking huge ass bubble butt. That's great. Kengoku. I think I was spelling it wrong. There we go. Advanced options. Show expunged. See, you can't see this on my end. There we go. I spelled it right. It's right there. It's normally e-accounts to get whitelisted, basically. Okay. Because it's like, it is so weird. Because like I'm looking at it right now, and like, there's the CG section of it and everything. Some are whitelisted by the time spent on the website, and some are whitelisted by the RPG game. Oh yeah, that fucking hentai at home thing or whatever. It's like, ugh, it's insane. It's terrible. I had never wanted to bother with that sort of thing ever again. Because I looked at what the requirements are for that. I'm like, no, I'm not bothering with this shit. But I don't think I can post. I don't think you can post links in these sort of chats. At least from my knowledge, I don't have that set up. So if someone can link that to them, it's like, do that. It was the only way to get whitelisted. Okay, because I remember I made my account, I think, in 2014. So I don't know if that was after it or anything like that, because that's how long I've had access for, is I think for the last 8 years. You just gotta break the URL so it doesn't get recognized. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did too. Just chop it up and it makes it work out. Too much H. So 2014 is when they started doing the RPG shit. It's like, okay. So it's one of those situations where like I'm grandfathered in basically, and then new accounts have to make like RPG stuff. Because usually the people like, I think the user base for like X hentai is like much older for sure. Because they understand like what it takes to like get past that sort of thing and like actually accomplish the task to get inside. I guess that's why also sites like N-hentai coming up are like always so prevalent with the young crowd, because it doesn't require as much work to get inside. Or also just generally to people who don't want to deal with that sort of thing. I just always like going to X hentai because it's like so good to use. It's like it's really clean. There's like one ad. You can have very organized setups, and it's you can find just about anything on there. I love it. I love that site so much. Because everybody's like sends me an hentai link to something. It's like, oh man, this child has not gotten past the panda. I'm like, oh no. Well, Dan, the thing about it with X hentai is that it's like it's all just ripped. It's like ripped CGs from games, cosplay sets. You don't get to see any actual movies. Counts so much. Rinko, cool. It's her turn. That sure is. That's where I go as well. It's either that or when I want to use, I get the direct JPEG rips that aren't like, because some of those assholes on X hentai don't actually provide the PNG. They give it as it's a PNG with a background on it, so it doesn't. Or it's a JPEG. And it's like, I can't do anything with that. I want the, I can't do anything like that. I need the ability to use a transparent background. And I don't have that. Rinko. There we go. We got our entire summer outfit. She'd be dripping. So if I download with hentai at home, it's always PNGs. Oh, okay. You see, like, I didn't know that because I don't use that service. So the thing is, like, I would end up using something like Asset Studio GY and opening the game, or like using another ripper of some sorts, so I can actually go get the item out there. Then I can get the actual in-game PNGs the same way those guys probably got them in the first place on X hentai. But that is really crazy, though, that actually, like, various Chinese companies will go onto X Hentai and, like, steal other games' assets to use it as their own. Like, that is next level stuff right there. Holy shit. I mean, I've heard of some, you know, like some trickery, like, you know, some rub your hands level of trickery. I'm like, okay. But it's like, wow. Now that's using your head to steal stuff from free resources. It's like the equivalent of like, that's like the equivalent of robbing a homeless shelter. No, not a homeless shelter. That's like equivalent of like robbing a church. Alright, that's one. Whatchu? Oh god. Well, Dan, you want to be a real hardcore gamer, you get Noah. Even I still have trouble with Noah. But go get Shiranui. Shiranui is like the 100% safest choice, and she's actually really fun to play. I can wholeheartedly recommend you Shiranui without any sort of like qualms or explaining to you a contingency you have to learn, like with Rinko or Noah or Asuka. Shiranui is just like so safe. It's so safe. Oh, sorry, Sam. Alright. Solid one. It's good. I think if you actually have like Shiranui's like nun weapon, it allows her to do stuff like what's that thing called? Yeah, it lets her have like 3 clones on the field at once, which is absolutely enormous. Because like it's not only like those clones, it's like those clones actually not Mugen Hoei. It's Yugen Goku. Those skills, those clones will do Yugen Goku on their own accord, and it's just like you're dropping Little Boy and Fat Man at the same time with that weapon. Like, it's honest to God like her strongest option, like at all times. And then Shiranui actually gets like, that's like her green weapon. Then you have like her red weapon, which is essentially like, it turns what already was a sniping skill with Senko into something that's even stronger than before. And it also makes the hitbox larger for the projectile. So it's like, wow. Like the people who make this game like absolutely love Shiranui. They love her to death. Same with Yukikaze. I don't have any copies of the nun weapon for Shiranui because like I don't like the costume. I always try at least one time when it comes back around, like to see if I can actually pull for it, because the weapon itself is very nice, but it's like I don't want the costume. I don't like it. But I mean, more power to you if you were able to actually, you know, get that weapon for her, because it's really, really good. And since it's a gacha weapon, it gets a base 10,000 stats, which is actually really important in terms of like main or sub weapon stuff. When it's a sub weapon, it's like negligible, but when it's a main weapon, that's what matters. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sure you guys are. I'm sure some of you guys are fans of the Senran Kagura series. So today is also, at least in America, it is the 20th of July, which means it is Haruka's birthday. So happy birthday to Haruka from Senran Kagura. There are a lot of really nice July birthdays in Senran Kagura. Also Renka's birthday as well in Senran Kagura. Because we had Ikaruga, so it's like great. Ikaruga's was like July 7th. So it's a happy birthday to all of our July Senrans. You know, that should be a thing I do. Is like go sit there and actually go play all the Senran games, starting from like not the 2 separate DS games. We'll start with Burst because that combines both together. As soon as you get some Demon Stones, you'll upgrade that weapon. I'm sure you will there, Darth Neo. It deserves to be at its fullest potential. Also, it amazes me every time that like someone from like my Discord friends list comes into the chat and says something. It's like, wow, I never expect that usually, because it's usually always like the regular crowd or someone new asking me a question. But it's like, no, it's like this is someone from like my actual friends list that I talk to. Like, wow, I don't ever tell people about this sort of thing either. Because I usually try to keep it pretty separate. I understand they would like to support me sometimes, but it's like, wow. I'm glad you went the distance and actually checked it out, though. That means a lot. Riona Games. When's the next Riona meal stream? I've been waiting for that. I need a sequel. Also, yes, the Neptunia crossover one, that I thought about getting that sort of thing, but it's like I have not in the fiscal means to do that, and I don't know if like, well, first of all, it's like I'll probably end up, you know, pirating it to see like if it's any worthwhile I want to play. Because I don't traditionally like Neptunia. I just like Noir from Neptunia. Noir is probably like my favorite character out of like that whole franchise. So like she's really good. I love me the light tsundere, not the hard tsundere that is like Hitagi from what's that show called? Not Hitagi from Monogatari. That's it. And it's like so. I hate that lady so much. Because Neptunia at its core is designed to be like an enjoyable experience, but it's like Neptunia is designed to be an enjoyable experience, but it's like that because you know, with Noir, it's like she's a very light sun. It's like, but Hitagi is not. She's very mean. She's very mean to Ragi. Araragi-kun. Alright then, have a good sleep there, Riona. Make sure, and thank you for the good rolls, bless. It's also good to see you too there, Menos. I'm glad you could make it. It's always good to get people like that in the chat. It's always nice, good to see a face like that around here. Hey. You know, I just thought of something. No. My numbers are a bit skewed. Since it takes what? We've done every character that's on the list today for getting summer bonuses out of them. So that means there's I have done this quest a total of 250 times. I think it's just like it's either 250 or 300 times. So that's how many times it ends up taking. Like that's cumulatively. It's like 60 times I've done this quest in the last 3 hours. Yes, Naofumi, the power of my characters is quite immense. I spend a lot of time in this game, and I'm very strong because of it. And if you would like to learn how to be as strong as I am, with limited resources or all the resources in the world, please go watch my videos regarding the reviews of every character in the game thus far. There's a few that I don't have, and a few I won't do, so take a look. You got 2 of the swimsuits. I wonder which 2 swimsuits you got. I only got Sakura's and Kiara's thus far. I couldn't get Kurenai's, but I was able to show off to everybody what White Punisher looks like for Kurenai. And besides, you got time on the bug hunt. It lasts from like what, the beginning of July to the end of July, so it's like it's okay. There's no problem. Oops. I mean, to go past box 5 on the what's it called? On the event itself, it's like for the bugs. It's honestly quite a endeavor for sure. I think it costs like 6 in order to get a 5/5 weapon. It takes what? You have to get to box 8, which means I think it costs like 600 gems to go get the to box 8. So it costs 600 gems to get essentially a 5/5 UR weapon. It sounds kind of dumb because you have to use gems, but quite honestly, I enjoy the fact that it's like I get a 5/5 UR weapon for the cost of what? 2 rolls? Pretty good deal. Pretty great deal even. Alright then, Darth Neo, have a good sleep. And also, I just noticed that your pick's like it's Emily in her evening gown outfit, so that's a very nice update. I love Emily's evening gown a lot. It's a very good pick. Come here, come here. Perfect. I love that Rinko's dash is long enough to actually do a single hop and pick off that heart. It's good. Mugen Hoe. I'm glad I got the swordfish from last year. No, it's like the big mackerel. Like, that's perfect. That's like 100% fitting for what she'd use. Though honestly, if I... Well, no, the mackerel is naturally a very long fish, so it works. I really hope that... I thought they would give Ingrid something like a swordfish for her. Oh, it's her bride outfit. Okay, I thought it was her evening gown one. It's hard to tell when it's like this small. Oh, you got Yukikaze and Kurenai's outfits. You got Yukikaze because you're gems, through gems because you have so many UR pistols. Dude, my man out here with another seeded Yukikaze account. It's the same situation with mine. I have like 3 of her weapons at 5.5 and I don't even like her. While I'm out here fighting tooth and nail trying to get weapons for, you know, for Asagi and the rest of the cast. Thankfully, I was able to get like my 5.5 Naraku when the game was still very young and the pool wasn't divided by 20 characters. It was divided by like 5. But I'm sure you're a real big fan of the swimsuit edition for Miss Yukikaze. The really funny cat picture, and also she's got nice tan lines with it as well. Because Yukikaze has some interesting gameplay. Interesting to say the least is what I gotta say on that one. Because speaking of Yukikaze, it's like, has anybody else ever tried a Yukikaze build that's like outside of green? Like honestly, is there any build that like, is there actually any worthwhile reason to use like her blue or her red skills? Because man, her green skills are like just out of this world. Because like with every other character, like with Sakura and Asagi, I can find uses for their blue and green stuff, but like it's so hard to use Yukikaze's blue and red stuff. I just can't do it. Oh god, she's stuck. Okay. The cat picture was too cute. It's like, I gotta say, it's like, I may not be a fan of her, but I do like the little cat picture. Because Red Yukikaze, it's like, it's nice. It's very show-offable. It's like, you know, it's like you're doing combos against enemies in the air. It's like, that's great. But it's like, man, it's like, I don't see that as really being feasible in a real situation, because that little, burping. That little volley is kind of tough to replicate and do every time. Under Eden uniform. Ah, no. Stop getting shot, Rinko. Alright then. Thanks, Dan. We'll see you later at some other time. Oh, man. I just want to go give Rinko a try. Not Rinko. Give, Yukikaze a try again, at least for this moment, so I can actually see what's up with her. Because it's like, man, Yukikaze, you need to, like, get your shit together, girl. Because every time I've ever used Yukikaze, it's always been a thing like, you know, it all just pales in comparison to like her green. Because the green has like really, really strong coverage in terms of like it has a healing, it also has critical hit damage. I'm like, it's insane. It also has like a really strong ball effect on Raijudan. The green effect for the dash is good too. It's like everything in green is just like really, really good. I bet there's like really impressive power inside red, but it's just like, man, the defensive power, the defensive utility, and offensive power of like Raiden, or whatever the lightning spin skill is called. That thing is like really, really good. Alright, that should be enough for Yukikaze, not Yukikaze, for Rinko. I really think it is. It's probably like 9. Perfect, that was the exact amount I needed. Alright, we have cleared out all those. Perfect. Alright, now we can go clear out the event. We got 23,000 tickets. Well, that's because we did it with everybody. Here we go, Yanagi Yuna. Sure, let's clear out, like, we obviously have the resources to do this. Let's clear out all the boxes. I think my, what's that thing? What is that area called? The exchange facility. We'll clear out the exchange facility. No, we'll use the Yanagi Yuna supporters in the exchange facility. That's what I want to do. I will probably do a few secret missions for sure. I'll probably try like 5 secret missions and see how I feel about that. But most of all, I just want to get through this part. You know, in terms of fighting games, there's always one that I end up coming back to the most. It's like, it's Guilty Gear. You have any Guilty Gears in the chat? Anybody who's a real big fan of Guilty Gear? Because that is a game that is like really beautiful to look at and also like mechanically satisfying. Because I like that a lot. Because I enjoy a lot about the technical aspects of a fighting game. It's a lot of fun learning about like, well, it's not exactly the most fun learning the mundane aspects. The mundane aspects about like, you know, various like frame data, traps, setup, all that sort of thing. You just gotta like, it's getting better with like, you know, learning your fundamentals of a character, learning the principles that they need to know, and then learning how to start linking them together beyond that, because everybody always ends up getting caught up on details like frame data and hitboxes. It's like, that's nice. I understand that. I understand, like, you know, when you get like absolutely shit on because of a slightly just too short hitbox because they changed it or something. I get it, but it's like, there's being a good fighter, and then there's also being a lab queen, if you catch my drift. Oh, you play Strive on and off again. That's pretty fun. Strive is pretty good for the most part. I like some of the things that they have done in there, but it's like, I don't know. I do enjoy Accent Core much more. Yes, now Fumi, I did complete a butterfly weapon for Asagi. I got the 5-5 version because Asagi gets like the greatest benefit out of it. She really does. Oh, you're also a Baiken and Potemkin main. I was never very good with Potemkin because I've never like I was never very good with like the whole grab sort of setup and like, but I know like Pot is like an absolute powerhouse in Strive. Like I've seen like, you know, pro level footage of that guy and it's like he kicks ass, and like then I tried him like by myself when I was doing that sort of thing. Like Pot's nuts, and Baiken is probably like my absolute favorite character from Baiken is probably my favorite character from Guilty Gear for multiple reasons. She's a very mechanically satisfying character to use. Like you learn how to do like you know, like you do your Tiger Knee, then you do your Tatami, then you can do like advancing Tatami, then you can do all those sort of stuff, and you can go like Yo Zansen. I love stuff like that because you do Vikings like half circle, then you use the up command, then you can get an instant 5-frame up on the part of activating Yozansen quickly off the ground. It's very good coverage. And then you have like I think they added her chain in Strive, which lets you like bring enemies towards you for like really long DBFZ combos and that sort of stuff. We didn't have frame data and hitboxes back in the 90s. You just smashed buttons. That's right, you got better. You learned your fundamentals. You became a better fighter without the bullshit holding you back. That's exactly right. Sometimes I also do like right there, Jugal. Like you love hitting the Potemkin Buster, and like that is really satisfying to do. Especially like sometimes I'll just go into training mode and I'll just like go break the back of someone like whatever character got picked or anything like that. Because like that's fun. That's that's a fun thing to do with a character. Let's see. Potemkin Buster! Oh my god! He got the grab! And there's also a Gunflame and Tyrant Rage! Just yelling with all those effects in there. Oh man, I love Guilty Gear. It feels so good. But hold on, I'll talk about another Guilty Gear aspect in a second. But which character did I like the least in Guilty Gear? Zato. Zato was like way too big brain for me. It's like I don't like him very much in general, but it's like Mr. Zato 1. I can't do it. It's like, ugh. I'm literally like sitting there scratching my head. I'm like, I can't do this. This doesn't work. It's like I just want to play Baiken, or I just want to use Mei, and like I want to use Baiken, or I want to use Mei, or I want to use Milia, because those characters feel good and I know how to use them well. No, they're simple enough to where I can like take the principles from there and do that. It's like, no, I can't do that with Zato. Do Zappa or anything like that, or use Bedman or something. Ride the lightning. It's and then there's a dragon install. If there's something that's like really good about Guilty Gear, is that the music for Guilty Gear is like absolutely insane. Like holy shit, like even the songs before they got vocal tracks are like absolutely fucking crazy. I'm like, wow. Like they didn't have to make them go that hard, but they did. I love it. I love the songs in that game. Like we're actually listening to Guilty Gear music now. I love the soundtrack to like the first 4 games. Well, it's like the first 2 games, but then there's like 3 DLC. There's like 3 patches for each. I love the music so much. That Daisuke Ishiwatari guy knows how to write really good songs, and the guy they ever got, and the guy who they got to sing the music for that they use in like Sign and Xrd was like, that's great. That guy is like, ooh, I feel emotions when I like listen to that music. That's so good. She's Redasagi. It's time for secret missions, everybody. I don't know what secret missions are happening today, but I know it's human, so it's probably Ingrid's. So it's gonna be like vehemently disappointing. See, the thing is too, like May is like one of those characters who's been consistently strong since like her first iteration. It's the same thing also with Jam. Jam is like another really good character that's like a fan favorite. I love Jam. Jam's a really good girl. She's so much fun. It's like, oi Kareen, Gankareen. All you do is just kick people from like halfway across the screen and do like a third of their health. And she's got wicked combos. I love Guilty Gear. It's so much fun. Lord Raptor's playlist with iTunes. Even Venom is playable. Zato 1 takes zoning to a weird level. He sure does. It's like, bro, I can't do this. It's like it's zoning, but it's not as easy zoning as compared to something like playing Morgan in like Marvel vs. Capcom, where she just like fills the screen with projectiles and you die 10 seconds later. But yes, Jugao, it's Guilty Gear is 100% an album that comes with a fighting game. The music is so good. Like I remember I would go to work and I would go put on my like playlist of Guilty Gear vocal tracks, and it's just like I'm sitting there in the car just like driving down the interstate and it's like, time to recognize, I don't wonder that you were standing for. It's like just singing along with like those absolutely nonsense lyrics, but it feels good. I'm like, oh, love the music. I think Strive is also the first time they've ever had a female vocalist for some of the songs, and frankly, I'm glad. I like the lady who they got to sing the songs. She does a very good job. Because they'd always have like the guy. It's like his name is like NAO or something. Like, I just call him Now. Like that guy is like he does all the songs for like the men and the women, but it's like now they actually have a woman to do the songs, and it's like wow. She doesn't work very well with some of the other stuff regarding the level of intensity for the characters that she's supposed to be singing for, but it works out eventually. I should know I want to be myself with my eyes closed. I guess so. How many miles is love if a rainy day? I don't remember the song. It's Perfection Can't Please Me. That's a very good one. Alright. It's Ingrid's day, so it's another series of disappointment. So it's like now I just had to sit here and like beat up Ingrid about 10 times. Do you guys have any favorite fighters that you guys like to play that really just make you go, wow, that's a fun experience? Because I'm sure you guys all do. It's like, you know, I've got a great Latin American crowd. I think they like fighting games. We'll probably do like 10 secret missions today, because we've already been going on for a while. Can't shut it. Oh boy. When this finishes, I gotta go to the bathroom. Good job, Emily. That was 43 seconds. Alright, now I gotta go to the bathroom. We'll be right back. Okay. And now we're back. Rinko still has all her stuff equipped. Yep. So let's get hers done. Man, I'm so glad Rinko has like really high coverage in front of her, so she can actually like slightly miss an enemy, but the swing arc on her weapons is so strong that it doesn't matter at all if she missed. I wish more enemies were like that. Not more enemies. I wish more characters had that level of safety and reliability with their attacks. Well, I've never noticed that before. Rinko actually has painted nails when she wears her summer costume. Well, that's pretty cool. Ingrid, what you got for us, baby? You got something good? Oh, that's right. That's why I always put it on blue builds on human day, because bosses are human, so we get 60% more damage against them.
魔界騎士イングリッド、参る。
Hold on. Yep, okay.
魔界騎士の力、しかと見よ。
Shobu Hikai. Bye bye, Ingrid. You're done. Well, your friend here is done not so much. It's very difficult for me to hit them when they're hopping backwards like that. Oh, these girls are making life so difficult. Oh, I need to tab in. There we go. Next up is Kiara. Alright, we have... Nope, we need this. This. And Demon up. Well, not too bad if I do say so myself. We're going to have a nice good amount of damage, and she'll be able to just pretty much clear this with ease. I mean, personally, I always see like Kiara as one of those characters who's like A tier, but like nobody really would accept that sort of thing, because like Kiara has the speed, she has like somewhat there on the damage, but the fact that she has like the best crowd control in the game like really helps her out a lot. Like she can clear with pretty quickly for the most part, but she's not going to, you know, like, I know there's actually a time attack record broken as of this moment where it said like Kiara is #1. I imagine the level of setup it took to actually make that happen is enormous. So it's I'm glad for them that they did that sort of thing. But like Kiara is like a solid A, like she really is. That level of safety she has with both of her slows, and with her slow and the hard stun that she has, it's like, man, she can just keep looping those back and forth, and she'll never like truly actually ever get hurt or die. Yeah, the lack of healing does not help her, but well, I mean, she's got to have some weakness if she's in there in A, not S. I mean, I could just say she's like super duper and all that. That's why she's an S. Well, that's not bad. We're critting for 81,000 damage a hit right off on Sakura at least. Thankfully, Sakura has like that really high latent crit ability, so it allows her to just do like crazy. She never has to run like crit boosting supporters. She'll crit like 3 out of 5 times. If you actually amp it up a bit, Should be able to do like some of the highest damage in the game in like 1 second. Use Murasaki because that's a faster alternative. That's right, we have our Yunas we need to use that I forgot about doing. So let's get that, and... Hmm. I mean, this is obviously looking at gift horse in the mouth situation where it's like, you know, I appreciate what they did with secret missions because that's actually very, you know, these are very fun for the most part. However, it's like boss battle day is the only one that I really actually get excited for, and it happens only like twice a week. I would like for it to, you know, happen more often because it's like it's a really fun setup. And it's like, it's just a mini version of the tower, but it's like you actually get rewards out of it. Obviously, I can go to tower for the challenge, but it's like, you know, tower also takes like 10 attempts. It takes like 5 or 10 attempts depending on the build I'm doing. So it's like, with at least with the secret missions, it only takes 1 with where I'm at right now. I don't have to worry about that. Just cool down. Here we go. Sometimes I wish they had this little thing where it's like, you know, they have controller mode and then mouse mode or something like that, where it goes like, in mouse mode, obviously you have free move over the cursor, but it's with controller mode, it has like automatic sticking or snapping towards items. That would honestly be a pretty nice level of improvement for at least controller players. So when you're playing this on a touchscreen, it's like, you know, obviously you can just hit the button and go from there because it's right there next to your finger. However, on like a controller, you gotta like sit there and like fumble around with the buttons. Well, not fumble around with the buttons, you have to like wait for the cursor to make its move. Alright, now it's Kurenai's time, and we actually get to play as her today. First time in since like forever that I've actually used her. Like, cause honestly, Kurenai looks like the type of lady that would be working in an office, and that she would be like, you know, the receptionist or like working in HR or something like that. Like, you're the one who give you give like not Shiranui. You're the one who gives Kurenai the doctor's notices so you don't get like an absence docked on you for like, oh, because you had to miss work or something. Something like that. Where is it? It's not the weapon, it's the skills. We need Gale Slash. Shinganjo dual wield style, and let's go. Oh, whoops. Did it die? I wonder if it did, because that's just like... Oh, okay. That's what I thought, because I was thinking, like, what's going on? Because the chat just suddenly, like, died on this, like, on my OBS thing. I'm like, oh, here it is. You guys have been, like, talking on this, and I never even noticed. Because I was thinking, like, I went to the bathroom and it didn't update over here on OBS. I'm like, oh, I guess people left or something like that. Whatever. I guess I'll just keep talking. But no, it's like, it's a lot different now. Okay. Huh. I probably got logged out on the restream somewhere. So I need to, like, fix that after this. Let me get caught up on this. And Bandai does horrible job advertising the game. It's like, no, I never played any of like Gundam Extreme Versus. Frankly, I've never been too much of a Gundam guy in the first place, so it's like, it's not much for me. So it's like, I don't know, I probably would like it if I really, you know, sat down and watched it, but it just doesn't really, you know, wow me immediately. Smash Legends. It's a modern interpretation of fairy tale characters. Oh, that's pretty cool. So Menos likes gravitating towards fighters that are super annoying to face, like as mains, such as Lily. Like Lily, yeah, Tekken Lily is a fucking asshole to fight. Teddy, his general range and skills are just so good. Rosalina and Sora and Smash. Oh, that's pretty. I didn't know they were very annoying characters. I guess they're like, I understand Rosalina's like very heavy, so she's super durable. But I bet she has like a nice, fast projectile with her too. Our Crit Magatama is good for Momochi weapons because you have obviously a Shikabane for Felicia, and then you're using an arena weapon beforehand. You're doing decent damage, but it's when you switch sides, stages go slower. Well, it helps. It helps get more crits off on the character so that they're able to actually apply more defense down stacks. The skill itself, not the skill, but like the weapon, Momochi weapons themselves have like the ability to do just like really weird things. Because I think they actually have like, they have really high innate crit stats, but much lower attack. Which is how they compensate for the damage they're not dealing immediately. As opposed to something like an arena weapon where it's like balanced in crit and attack. So that's you're going to be doing inherently lower damage. Also, if it's like you're using a 1-5 Shikabane and a 5-5 arena weapon, it's going to be a little sussy in the fact that it's like it's not going to be the same kind of stats you're getting out of it. I just love throwing down that tornado because it's a giant, just big ass storm nuke. It's awesome. Good job, Kurenai. Alright, Shiranui, it's your turn. Show him how you roll there, Big Mama. If I can find the supporter. Here it is. Like you just saw Asagi do nothing but dodge in PvP. It's like that's a pretty accurate situation for Asagi. It's like, yeah, she just sits there and does that sometimes, and other times she just messes it up. It's like when I would use like Micah in PvP. Like sometimes Micah will be able to just like stand still and completely get out of range of another enemy and just like gun them to death. And other times she keeps running too close to activate her skills. And it doesn't work out very well. So it's like a double-edged sword sort of moment. So it is nice to have critical damage, critical boost on a Momochi weapon, but you really just want like the attack. Like get your attack up higher, unless you can really be sure you can get crits at least 80% of the time. If you can get 80% of all your hits to crit, then it's like you're okay with a Momochi weapon. But even in general, a defense down is like just really strong. I can't find you. We'll use Ingrid.
いいだろう任せて
There you go, Sogetsu.
作戦はもう立てたかしら。みんな行きますよ。
I think it said like the swimsuits go away August 4th. So there's a pretty good amount of time for you to get a good amount of gems and then accomplish what you need to do in getting Kiara. It's like a Kurenai's Black Cat costume, which was like, you know, I'm gonna get that. I got it, and it's like, because I don't think they'll ever decide to rerun that again, because I think that was like, what? That was her Halloween costume, I think. I like how Rondo, when it does the second hit, it makes the same sound as Sue's chainsaws. It's like, why does it do that? I don't know. Or maybe, what's it called? Maybe Sue's chainsaws use the same sound effect as Shiranui's water, but it's like pitch shifted. So it sounds like a chainsaw. Whoops. Especially since you have levels to 3-star in the hard mode story. Okay. So see, at least you have something going on in there. It's like that you can get the gems to make the deal happen. Like, because if I wanted to have those swimsuits ready for the stream, I needed to have them. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of like looking for easily accessible gems that aren't just flat out buying them. So let's keep Laura.
若い騎士の力
I think Anne Rose is still is still a pretty decent amount of time away from now. So it's like you've got some time to get ready for her as well. Like personally, I don't expect her in August. It doesn't seem right because it's, you know, unless they really have busted their balls on this, like, getting her ready from, like, you know, from the minute the poll finished. It's like, I don't think we're probably going to see her more or less in October, or God forbid, December. Shizuru. So Rin was suppress, and Micah was protect. So that means that Anne Rose is going to be an assist. Okay. Well, at least I think she's going to be an assist. No, that means Sora is going to be an assist, and the cycle starts over again. Alright, where is... Ooh, some damage booster. And we'll give some crit chance and damage. Excellent. Now we'll use Rose Rondo because it's Rose Rondo. You can't go wrong with it. Kurenai it is then. Alright, well, you can't go wrong with Kurenai. She's consistently one of the strongest characters in the game to this date. You can't go wrong with that. You will never go hungry with Kurenai. She will always keep you fed with those big ass crits of hers. Because I always see Kurenai as one of those, oh, Kiara. It's like, Kurenai, it's like, well, okay. Kurenai's fine. She's good. She's a great character even. She's like really strong and powerful. She's all over the place. I'm in blue. I need you there. It's okay. There's a lot of characters who have, like, you know, all those sort of names about them, so it's like you gotta figure out like who's doing this, like what's their name. It takes some doing, but obviously you can get it over time. The words just don't come out sometimes, man. It's like you got your fingers right there. It's like the thought is in your head, and by the time it reaches your fingers, it becomes something else. It's playing a really shitty game of telephone. Come on, Sue, you got this.
魔界騎士の力どうぞ
Alright, we'll just use Micah and then Rin. And you know, I'm getting kind of tired, so it's like, alright. We'll finish this up with going to the, not dispatch mission, we'll go to the, mission briefing? Exchange facility. Okay. Let's hopefully we can get something good out of the exchange facility. Alright, Yanagi Yuna, it's all you. Let's do this, girl. Alright, we want dismantling effect, drop rate of items. Alright, let's go get ourselves a assist type supporter. Cool. I got another Yuno. Great. That's what I like to see right there. Now I have a now I have one of the most busted supporters in the game at a higher level. There we go. Yuri Hisui. Now she's going to be 3-5. Like, all my copies of Yuri Hisui have come from, like, the exchange facility, which I'm very impressed. Good. Well, that's some nice stuff right there. But I think we'll call it a day right here. We accomplished a lot today for sure. We completed the entire event, farmed it all, picked it clean, did some secret missions, did all that. Well, that was very fun. But now I'll have to let you guys go on that sort of thing. We've got, let's see, tomorrow is Doom 2016. We're going to be finishing that. That's going to be a pretty fun situation. I've got a lot to say about my Doom experience so far. And let's see if there's anything else. I can't think of anything else right now. But so thanks for coming by, everybody who wanted to stop by. It was a very good experience. I liked it. We all had a good time. I'm sure we did. But either way, I've got to hit the trails and get some sleep because my thing's acting up and it's making me tired. So thanks to everybody who showed up. And like always, like your boy Hardcorn says, I'll see you next time.